I've been holding on to for months that we made of Robin's ayahuasca. So funny. It's so great. Tim, I know that we have that, but why don't we put that on Howard TV? It's the funniest fucking thing ever. I'll talk to him about it later.
Yeah, you're yelling. It sounds like you're yelling to the air.
Yeah, I was getting annoyed with him. I'm like, well, why are you sitting with this thing? Let's get it to the audience.
First of all, I went to a retreat in the Sacred Valley.
Is that Peru?
Yeah, and like I said, sleeping on a mattress on the floor.
What are you searching for? What's going on with you anyway? Really?
Well, I told you I had been suffering with some depression lately.
Right, and you thought ayahuasca might be your answer? And you go there and you're like, hello, master. Do you get right away, do you start calling him master?
First, they had me meet a guy who wore a funny hat. And then they say, you know, we have a shaman here who wants to read coca leaves for you.
Oh, God, Robin, what are you doing? What are you doing? He takes a bunch of leaves and throws them up in the air, and, and he goes, oh.
You see how that one turned over? The coca leaves tells me I'm healthy, I'm going to have a long life, and whatever.
Yeah. He knows. You're insane. You flipped your lid.
Okay, now it's time for your ayahuasca ceremony.
Big deal.
And you walk into this room. There are mats.
Are you braless?
No, you have to wear a lot of clothes.
You wear a lot of clothes.
The master is sitting here, and he says, sit across from me, and he throws out some coca leaves and reads the coca leaves. And then he starts talking about la medicina. Now it's time for you to take la medicina.
And look at the master's fingernails. Like he's got these big, long, gross fingernails. And he's in his underwear. Yeah.
And he starts laughing, goes, oh, this is going to be good. And he pours half a cup of this stuff for me. He goes, that's your dose as a first-timer, half a cup. It is the worst tasting stuff you could ever imagine. So as soon as you taste it, you don't want to do anything more. And he's like, no, drink it up, drink it up, drink it up. So I gulp it down. And then they sit and watch you. 10 minutes later, I'm as sick as a dog. And I start throwing up.
Oh, my God.
So
are you insane?
Violently.
You're nuts.
That I'm also farting.
Nuts. Yeah.
So now I'm
like,
embarrassed as anything, and I'm like, maybe I'm retching so loud they can't hear me farting.
Right.
Because it is just like, yes, it sounds like you just can't stop. It just keeps going and going and going.
This is good. And what happens to you?
And, you know, somebody's there massaging my shoulders going, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. And then, when you finally get all of this stuff out of you, you lay back down on this mat, and you start to have visions.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Master's lighting matches because he's going to throw up from you farting.
Then I
what was your
started to see all of the misery of the world.
Oh, wow.
And Howard, I cried probably for about 4 hours nonstop.
Oh, my God.
I mean, weeping. And eventually you're seeing the pain of the entire world. And I'm just weeping.
And what's Master doing during this?
Sleeping. I can hear him. Like, oh my God. He's snoring.
Yeah. Am I talking to a new Robin? Because were you renewed after everything else you've done too? Is this a real new you?
Sometimes you need a refresher course.
Is this new? Are you the new Robin?
I am very, very pleasantly surprised that I came home feeling great.
I remember going to baseball games a couple of times with my dad when I was a kid. I remember how scared I was because there were certain guys drinking beer, and I remember my dad wasn't a drinker of alcohol, and I mean rarely he'd have maybe one drink. My mom would make him a Rob Roy, and that was such a disgusting drink.
I don't even know what that is.
I just was so turned off because my mother spent all day trying to get it right for him, and I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like it's
agonizing over the Rob Roy.
Oh, and then he would walk in at night, and then he'd take a sip, and he'd go, yes, this is a good one. Like, I was so nervous for her. I saw how much work she put into the Rob Roy, and I was like, oh, this poor woman. Like, sometimes you'd come home and say, it's not that good. And it was like, you could just see the look of pain on her face that the Rob Roy wasn't right. And I was like, what? Fuck this Rob Roy.
Yeah, isn't there more to life?
Yeah, I don't know. There's some sort of chip in me that didn't get formed to be a guy. Like, guys walk in and expect their woman to make a Rob Roy, like my dad, you know, and he was like, but I was empathizing with the woman, like, oh, the poor woman, because I sat at home with my mother all day and listened to her sad stories. So everything seems sad to me and pathetic. You know, my mom would complain that Johnny Carson was a dick because he would pass judgment on comedians. But at the same point, my dad would come home and pass judgment on his Rob Roy.
On a Rob Roy.
So what was she saying?
Well, she knew how hard it was.
Oh, my God. And she labored over this thing. 2 parts vermouth, 1 part of scotch, or whatever. Who the fuck even knows what's in that poison?
And the only person who held her fate in her hand was her husband.
Alexa
It wasn't
Hente.
like she got national applause for the
No.
Rob Roy.
No, Alexa Hente, the demanding one, came in. You know, and rightly so. I mean, my dad had put in a long... My dad didn't get home till 7 o'clock at night because we lived in Roosevelt, and Roosevelt's like 2 hours commute from the city. But I think my dad was too cheap to move closer to the city. You know what I mean?
Is Rockville Center any closer? Because when he moved, he didn't move any closer.
No, but he'd he'd tell us his war stories. First I drive to Queens, then we get on the train. I read the paper on the train. It takes for 2 hours. I left, he'd leave work at 5 and get home at 7. And I felt so bad for him, and he was miserable when he came in the door, and Rob Roy, and then he'd pass judgment on it, and then he'd eat, and then he'd run upstairs to take a shit in the whole fucking house. But, because we lived in a tiny house.
And you had like one bathroom or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, they had a little bathroom. Wasn't for me. Why me? I couldn't go outside even because all my friends moved away and there were only black people who hated me outside the door. So I stayed home.
I was just thinking the other day, we were all raised like veal.
Yeah. Then I stayed home.
Locked in a house.
Yeah, then I stayed home. You too, huh? Then I stayed home with my mom and watched her make that Rob Roy and listened to her talk about a horrible life. I mean, it was so sad.
Maybe that's why you never got that male gene.
What is your problem? You have no problems. My sister and my mother died when we were 9. And then, I mean, it really was a horror story, You'd be like, oh, I guess I
you had your own Holocaust.
Yeah. Oh, Grandma Rose lost her entire family in the Holocaust. I mean, there wasn't one survivor. And she only lived because someone took her in and hit her. What?
Here, I want to give you this. This is the way you make a Rob Roy. I mean, your dad couldn't have a vodka and tonic. This is hard.
Oh, it was a whole, you don't even know, Gary. It was a whole situation. Yeah, 2 ounces blended Scotch whiskey, 3/4 ounce Italian vermouth, 1 dash Agostoro bitters, whatever that is.
What do you have to do that?
Agostoro, but yeah, Shake whiskey, vermouth, and bitters well with cracked ice, then strain into a... Oh, yeah, watch my mom do this every day. And strain into a chilled cocktail glass and garnish as you would a Manhattan with a twist of lemon or if you must, a cherry. And then I remember when she was done, it was with him, it was a lemon. She would do the lemon peels perfectly, and then she'd cover it, because she'd make it earlier in the day, she'd cover it with a piece of plastic so that, so that it would hold its... I don't know what it was holding.
Did she put it in the fridge?
Yeah, to chill it.
So, yeah, it chilled.
Oh, my God. And I was just like, this is crazy.
So she was really trying to make your house like the 1950s TV show.
My mom worked really hard. I mean, like, she cooked a full dinner every day. And, like, but I mean, like, went shopping all morning and then cooked. And, I mean, she put so much effort into it.
But she was really trying to be June Cleaver.
Yeah, and I always felt bad because...
the TV crew.
You know, my dad would eat after. We wouldn't wait for my dad because he came home at 7. I wanted to eat my dinner at 4 o'clock.
You still did?
Yeah, I did. My mom would go, we're waiting for your father. Don't eat now. I said, Ma, I'm hungry. I want to eat. All right, you can eat. I'm going to wait for your father. Then 2 seconds later, she'd be watching me. Then she'd sit down and have dinner with me. So my father would come home. He's probably aggravated. None of us ate with him. And he would gobble up this meal that took her hours to make. And then go shit it out.
Ugh.
And then while he was eating, he wasn't even enjoying the food because he was busy yelling at me the whole time. Because he'd have a rough day with his partners and stuff, and he'd be like at the table, and he'd go, and then my partner said, and I'd ask a question, and he'd go, shut up! Shut up and learn to listen! If you listen to what your mother and I are saying, you would learn to listen! All right, I'll shut up. I just wanted to have some interaction with you. I mean, you ask stupid questions.
I want you to like me.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him. You don't understand. I'm excited about what you do. My dad had a recording studio.
Yeah.
I would say he had this thing, Ping Pong Records. I was really excited. It was a little record company they set up within the recording studio. My partner. Which partner from Ping Pong? Ping Pong! Why do you even know that name? I hate Ping Pong. He hated Ping Pong because he knew it was a waste of time and they weren't going to make any money with it. And his one partner...
Well, especially with that attitude.
Oh, my God. He was like, Ping Pong! Why do you say Ping Pong? I gave him a Father's Day card, and on the back I wrote Ping Pong Productions. He went berserk on me.
Oh, no.
Ping Pong! That's a schmucky thing to write. That's so stupid. What is one doing ping pong? I don't know. I was just trying to get in your world a little. I was excited. Huh? Shut up! Shut up! Oh, I'll go outside and get beaten by black people, which you don't seem to care about. Motherfucker. If someone put me in a time machine, put me back there, I'd kill myself. I swear to you.
Oh, stop. And you'd miss all this.
I don't care. I couldn't go back. Shut up! Sit down! My mom with those Rob Roys and the Holocaust and everything was so sad. I walk around sad. I wake up in the morning sad. Everything is sad to me. And danger looming. I'm a fucking nightmare. Tommy from Malden. Everyone knows Tommy. Go ahead, Tommy. You're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I'm coming, Howard. Hey now.
Take your time.
Hey now.
JD called into Pharrell's show. I'm going to miss Pharrell. I didn't listen a lot, but he really knows sports, and I love sports, but he will be missed.
When did JD call into Pharrell? A lot?
Friday night. No, I saw it on Twitter that 𝗦𝗵cie_𝗿𝗍 of the Cincinnati Reds, that's JD's team, and you should congratulate him because they're going to the playoffs.
Right.
He pitched a no-hitter on Friday night, and he said he was going to call into Pharrell, so I turned it on. And he was as inarticulate as he is on your show.
Was he bad? Why don't we have clips of that? JD calling into Pharrell. What a nice send-off for Pharrell to play that tribute.
Yeah. Pharrell was busting his balls the whole time because he's a Pittsburgh Pirates fan.
Right.
And he was just busting his balls about the Reds.
I don't know. I think JD's been living in New York long enough. He could, get over the whole Reds thing and become a New York fan. I don't like. I know a lot of guys like that.
But they do. I mean, this is the era when you don't have to live in the community of your team.
Yeah.
That's why they have all these national games. The Dallas Cowboys have support all over the country. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Lots of people live in places that they don't pick up the local
You grew up
team.
in Cincinnati, and it was the worst time of your life.
No, it was not
Besides
the
from
worst
a
time
fourth
of
grade
my
spelling
life.
bee. You never got laid. No one was nice to you.
Get out of here. We stop.
But maybe the Reds or somebody gave them a...
I'm a Reds
Good
and
time.
Bengals fan. I will never be any...
Don't you have any feeling for New York now that you've been living here?
No,
and you've had
I
success?
hate all New York teams.
Wow. It's fucked up. I should beat you up.
Go ahead, let's go. We'll fight it
I
out.
wonder if I could beat you up. Are you a good fighter? I think I could take you. If I can't take you, I'm a real pussy.
It's been a while since I've fought, but...
Have you fought?
Not really, no.
I got a wicked right, man.
Listen,
Developed in Roosevelt.
I will scrap. I will do whatever it takes.
Right. Do you bite when you fight?
If I have to.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's
You could
retard
lose a
fighting.
limb.
I'll do whatever it takes to defend
I'm going to
myself.
bite you.
I'll start flailing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard.
There will be no method to my madness.
I've got
Oh,
like
so
that whole.
he's taking you on. He's saying he could win.
I've got that whole karate training.
Hold on. I'm
but
not saying I can win.
I got that whole karate training, but in a real fight, that goes out the window after the first punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just start grabbing.
I think everybody knows that karate doesn't really work except in the
doesn't.
movies.
Yeah. It only works in the movies because I took karate and it was like, yeah, and you do this and then you do this move and then you do that move. And then you get into a real fight. All of a sudden you just grab a guy.
Nobody's coordinating with you where
Yeah.
you move.
Yeah, like I should take advantage of my long arm reach and stuff, but I don't. I come right in at you. I come right in and I'm up close. That's stupid because I can get hurt. Ah, fuck it.
I watch a lot of MMA fights. So
That's crap.
I
I
might be able to
think
figure.
weapons are always the way to go.
You know who watches MMA fights? Guys who can't fight. Guys like me. And I'm like, come on, kick his fucking ass.
Yeah,
I'm like,
well, hey.
You big pussy. I can't fight.
Well, you're two MMA watchers.
Yeah. Two of the biggest douchebags watching MMA.
Howard, don't you think that's kind of gay, that MMA?
I know what you mean. Like it's
They're rolling around on
Certain
the,
poses.
yeah,
Certain moves.
It is a little
Every
weird.
time I tune into one of those fights, it's two guys laying on top of each other.
For a long time, an inappropriately long time.
And they're, they've got these faces like they're having sex.
Well, I'll tell you what; those guys are some of the greatest fighters in the world. But it is an awkward looking thing with their clothes off and their.
When one guy
And sometimes one guy's face is in the other guy's genital.
Yeah.
They're 69 all the time.
Yeah. Well, it appears there's 69 going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Not gay.
That'll make me tap out if a guy starts 69ing with me. He's got his balls in my mouth.
Balls in the face, I'm out of there.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but I'm the worst fighter. I don't know. You probably could take me.
Could you scrap like that? Could you roll around on the ground with a guy?
I've had like people sit on my head. I've had every single I've been in every awkward position there is because growing up I had to fight all the time, always. I was constantly fighting, and I'm like not a fighter, but you had to, or else you got laughed out of school. In my school, you had to fight. You didn't have you could not, even if you lost, you fought.
Because that was the scary time when it wound up on the ground. Like when you were standing, it looked like you had a chance to get away.
Yeah.
But once you're on the ground rolling around, it just looks terrible.
Hey, Howard, did you fight back when the guy took your pants?
He didn't get my pants. He threatened to get them, and I didn't have to fight that guy for some reason.
Good for you.
He was an idle
I thought he
threat.
got them.
He was more of an intimidator. He was part of a gang, a street gang, a very well-known street gang, and he said that I wasn't going to live till I passed 14 years old. And I was like, "Oh shit, this guy seems pretty wise." He says, "You're just going to get taken out." He goes, "You're a fly on the wall here. You're a sitting duck. You're not even affiliated with a gang." My school was like a prison. You had to have affiliations. And this guy was part of the 5% Nation, and you know that was a pretty heavy-duty organization. And he just said to me, "You're not affiliated. You're a white man.
You're an outsider.
Yeah, you're a white kid.
You don't have any group.
You're a nerdy white kid in a black community." Like he even was like, "What are your parents thinking?" And he goes, "Now give me your pants. I really like them." And I go, "I can't do that." I said, "I'm going to have to fight you because I'm not taking my pants off in English class."
You were like, what was that movie? Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that was my life. And then I go home and my mother tell me how hard her life is. I go, "Look, why don't you open up your eyes and take a fucking look at what's going on with me? You think I'm having a picnic?"
Every day when you go to the shower, it's a nightmare.
Oh my gosh, shower. Everything was like that. I told you, I walk in the locker room, people would start throwing garbage cans over the top. That's why I'm so fucking bitter and angry, and I'm just inside, I'm just a boiling cauldron of anger. I don't want to hear about anybody else's problems because who paid attention to mine? Go fuck off. You couldn't possibly have it that much worse than I did. I'm lucky to be standing.
Do you think you were angrier when you were younger before you went to...
No, all the anger came out as an adult. I wasn't angry. I was a soldier when I was young.
No, I mean,
he
like,
was beaten.
I was my mom's soldier. I wanted to make her proud of me. I was like,
But
oh.
I'm talking about when you got to like Rockville Center and you just sort of disappeared. You didn't
I became what a guy who suffers from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Now, I'm not saying that lightly. I walked around in Rockville Center in a coma. I tried to pretend like I fit in. I was in a town full of white people, and I didn't know how to relate, and I started taking drugs because I couldn't talk in class. I was intimidated by the white people. I felt so alone, so inarticulate, so everyone else seemed to have friends. I felt like a fish out of water. And you know how kids are. I mean, nobody's going to sit there and take pity on me. If anything, I was goofed on. I was, not even goofed on. I was ignored. I wasn't I wasn't the guy get goofed. I was just ignored. It was as if I didn't live there.
Well, thank God it happened, because you wouldn't be who you are.
I don't know. I think I could have been better. I'm so fucking damaged inside.
I know, you're pretty good.
I walk around angry. I don't want to walk around angry.
I'm angry, and that never happened to me, so...
Well, you're angry because you sit in the house all day. You got to get out. All right, Tommy, I got to go. Yes, Jerry, you're on the air.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, just real quick about Tommy from Walden.
Yeah.
The reason he stays on the phone so long with you is because he's jerking off and he needs to finish before he's done. So that's why he stays on the phone so long with you. That's why he asks 50 questions.
You know, people hate Tommy from Walden.
Oh, my God, he's so horrible.
I don't hear that he's horrible. He cuts on. He's got a couple of topics he wants to talk about. I don't understand why people hate him. But
that's why, because he asks a ton of questions. I mean,
is that bad? But what if he's having an interesting dialogue with me and he's joining in? I mean, I don't get. There's such hate. I am getting so much hate mail because I don't like Gary's new television show. On, I mean, it's unbelievable. Oh my God, Robin! I've never gotten more hate mail over a topic.
But are they watching Gary's new show?
No, it's horrible. And what I did was I tried to improve Gary's show. I found a way to improve Gary's show if he insists on reading his reviews of tech equipment. I can slow it down.
The tech product I want to talk to you about this week
But this is my worst nightmare.
called Apple TV. Now, I think Apple TV is a very misunderstood...
Apple TV is a very misunderstood. Thank God Gary's around to explain it to us, because we don't understand it.
Yeah, who's misunderstanding it?
I don't think tech guys are misunderstanding it. I heard the big thing is Gary's next show he's bringing on John Hein as a guest.
Is he?
Which makes sense because when Gary's around John, he talks like a normal guy.
Right. He can have a conversation.
Right. And by the way, Gary's show's only going to get better for my guidance. So stop sending me hate mail.
Even though everybody's hating on you, you're making Gary better.
I guarantee you the next show, he's bringing in John Hine. I know it's going to be better. I can't wait to see the new and improved Gary show.
Product. But if you own an iPad or an iPhone or any kind of Apple product, to me, this is a must-own product. It's a way to integrate all your stuff and bring it up on the big screen.
Shoot me now.
He sounds like one of my professors.
It's like Professor Gary. Today we'll read from the book. What's up?
No, it's getting better.
I know it is, and I helped you, and you can thank me for that.
I thank you.
You're welcome. I know I gave you some tough love, but it is love. I know you don't think it is, but
it's not.
It is. I love you. You should see. I ignore the people I don't love.
JD, while talking with Howard, the hypothetical fight between the two of you came up.
Yes.
Do you think you could take Howard?
I don't know.
He thinks he can take you.
Oh, I'm sure. Listen, my self-esteem wouldn't allow me to say I can take someone. I wouldn't go down easily, though. Maybe I would. I don't know.
You've got a lot of heart.
Try.
In many ways, Howard sees a bit of himself in your eyes. I think that's how you guys originally bonded before he realized that you were a good worker. I think he saw a little bit of himself in you.
Okay.
Have you ever had any situations growing up similar to what he described about getting your ass kicked and just feeling completely
No, I managed to avoid all fights. I just didn't talk to people hardly at all.
So you're just a non-threat. It wasn't like
you know what? I had friends that were sort of popular, and I had friends that weren't popular at all. So I was sort of in the middle ground.
You were Switzerland.
I suppose.
This conversation all started, talking about how you made the move from the Cincinnati area to where you are right now, and how you still have a lot of pride.
Well, I moved from Ohio to Florida, and Florida to here.
Right,
so.
but you're
to get the timeline correct.
Okay, chronologically speaking, yes. But you still have ties and love for the Cincinnati area with your sports teams and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But would you consider this the best era of your life since you've made the move to New York?
I suppose. I've had more fun than I've had ever, so yeah. This is not fun though. This is pretty much a low point right now.
Is this some of the pain and
yes,
tragedy?
It is. Get that camera any fucking closer to me. Get out of here, will you?
All right, let me get back to the show and Robin and the news.
Well, they say that you can keep an eye on President Obama and Mitt Romney during the debate to tell who will win the election. A body language expert says the candidate who blinks more during the debate has lost every election but one since 1980. That's Boston College professor Joseph Teach, who bases his theory on the relationship between eye movement and emotional state. He says stress and other unpleasant feelings cause people to blink more often.
There's a guy studying that? Like, who would even think to study? Like,
and
what a waste of a life.
guess who the one exception was?
Bill Clinton.
Reagan.
George W. Bush blinked more than Al Gore.
That was a blinky bastard. I got to tell you, if I was running, I'd do a Clockwork Orange kind of thing, man. I just keep those eyes open with a big prong. But that's absurd. That somebody would sit there, like somebody sat down and said, I'm going to study how many times somebody blinks in a presidential debate, and then I'll determine who's going to win.
Yeah.
Like, that's you got to have a lot of free time for that.
This is the age of television and the computer. You can get all these things, and you can get them done without human effort. President Obama's strong showing among likely women voters is driving his 4-point national lead over Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney in a poll out today. So women are pretty turned off by that Republican platform.
You mean you think the guy didn't sit there and count each blink? You think he had a computer do it?
Absolutely.
I don't. I think he had to do it the old-fashioned way. Count every single blink. We need to interview him.
The 𝗦𝗵cie survey of likely voters shows Obama leading Romney 49% to 45%. The poll shows women favoring the president 56% to 38%. So the president is leading with women.
You know who blinks a lot? That guy's wife who did this study about blinking. She's like, I can't believe I married you. And she's just blinking away.
He likes blinkers.
Today on the 𝗦𝗫𝗿𝗍 show, they call me about Booey, a machine that counts the amount of times you blink.
It's called Blinkos.
Blinkos. It's like Sonos, but Blinkos.
It's for your eyes.
It's very misunderstood.
A very misunderstood thing. Apple TV.
But once you understand it, you'll understand it.
Is Apple TV very misunderstood?
According to Gary.
Very misunderstood.
And now, does he write his own copy, or do they write that shit for him?
Oh, I think these are supposed to be his opinions.
And now a very misunderstood thing. Oh, you write it. Where is that? I want to listen to Gary's show. I love Gary's show. I decided I'm wrong. I don't want him to change a thing about it. I don't want him getting more comfortable. Where's Gary's show?
JD's putting it up.
Today's show is about Sonos or Apple TV, a very misunderstood product. I got to figure it some way. I'm helping Gary.
You're just figuring it? You argued that for 2 days. You're just figuring it.
I love it now. I want it slowed down.
The tech product I want to talk to you about this week is called Apple TV. Now, I think Apple TV is a very misunderstood product, but if you own an
Isn't it better like
iPad
that?
or an iPhone...
No, I'm not missing a word. You know? What?
You're literally hanging.
His regular show's JD1 in orange.
JD1. Let's just listen to a little, Robin. It's so much fun. You want to hear about Sonos? You want to hear about Pink Floyd CD packages, or
Ooh, that's new.
or DVRs? I bet you the DVR one is exceptionally boring.
Yeah.
When my kids were younger and I told them bedtime stories, I would often tell the story of a place long ago where you actually had to get up and go over to...
Actually had to get up.
And go where?
I don't know. Oh, my God.
if you're not going to let a thought finish,
Hey, come on. Let me have fun. Let me have fun. Why do you have to interrupt? Don't interrupt.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm interrupting your broadcast.
I know, but I want to have fun with it.
Story.
Oh, absolutely.
The TV to physically change the channel, and how there were only 6 channels. I'm not including PBS. My son...
What's he talking about?
The world before remotes.
Oh, I'm not including PBS. Why not? Why is he not including PBS?
I don't know why PBS doesn't get counted.
Nobody watched it when we were kids.
Yeah, but we had it.
Nobody watched it.
Don't interrupt. We want to try and figure out what you're talking
Then why
about.
mention it?
It existed, Robin.
I don't want to be accused of false.
Then I would say there were 6 channels. People go, no, there weren't. There were 7.
Well, then say 7.
Would look at me in amazement.
He has nothing to talk about, Robin. He's trying to drag it out.
I did say 7.
Let's start over again. Let's see how long we can go without interrupting. Maybe Gary's
All
right.
right.
When my kids were younger and I told them bedtime stories, I would often tell the story of a place long ago where you actually had to get up and go over to the TV to physically change the channel, and how there were only 6 channels. I'm not including PBS.
Why didn't he include PBS?
Oh, don't even get into it. We just went through that. But also, why is he making up stories about no remote controls for his children?
I don't know.
As a bedtime story.
We didn't have, when you were a kid, did you have a remote control?
Kids, I want you to know.
Answer the question.
Kids, I want you to know everything about Daddy.
Hold on. Robin asked a question. When you were younger, did you have a remote control?
They're perfectly good bedtime stories, Gary.
That's not
No, I like to tell the
how
kids
you asked, Robin. Now
before
you have to shift gears to be a dick.
before the kids go to sleep. I like to tell them about my life in Uniondale.
Once upon a time, there used to be a thing on the porch called a milk box. Now, the milkman would come, and he would put milk in the milk box. And when the
My
empty
son would look
bottle
at me in
was
amazement
empty,
and say, only 6? Well, television has come a long way. Now there are hundreds of channels with tons of great shows. So many channels and shows, it's hard to keep up. And that's where the DVR comes in.
Ah.
From humble origins, my first TV...
From humble origins.
Now, when does he use the word humble?
It's humble origins. From humble origins. Wow,
Tomorrow, I'm getting.
No, this isn't fun.
When Robin was on CBS Sunday morning, we'll see if she uses every word correctly.
Is there a way to turn off his mic for me?
No.
Oh, my God. We're trying to have some fun. Can you leave? Don't you have producing to do?
My fun is not your fun.
Yeah, but I'm interested in my fun, and the audience likes my fun. It's not fun, Robin. He's interrupting it.
I know.
So much fun analyzing him. Oh,
And your kids accepted these as bedtime stories?
Do me a favor. Go tell the interns a bedtime story while Robin and I talk like adults.
If Robin's going to ask me a question, the answer is yes. I would actually goof around and tell them the story, and they thought it was funny.
Here's an interesting story, kids, about what it was like for Daddy to grow up without his remote control. And now we have Sonos and misunderstood Apple TV. What was the phrase he used?
Humble origin.
I tell them about Dad's humble origins of not
It's not Dad's humble origins. It's the DVRs.
The DVR's humble origins.
and I was like Lincoln because we did not have a remote.
It's a single tuner with very limited space.
Tuna? I love tuna.
To keep recorded programs. The DVRs of today can often be the most powerful piece of technology in your living room.
Oh, my God, what a show.
TiVo recently released a box that has 4 tuners. That's right. You can record 4 shows at once. I have 7 TiVos in my house, but each one only...
I have no laugh.
Bragging.
I have 7 TiVos.
There used to be 7 channels. Now I have 7 TiVos.
Of course, I should say all of them record all the channels, including PBS, but I didn't say PBS, and one of them is Mary's DVR, but technically it is my DVR.
Imagine the bedtime stories you children would be able to tell your children.
Wouldn't Gary's show be a lot funnier if he was in a chicken outfit sticking eggs up his ass? Wouldn't you like that better? Daddy's a chicken. Imagine all these guys with secret lives and they're secretly chickens with shoving eggs up their ass and they got kids.
Yeah, that's your dad.
Poor Daddy had to watch Teen Anal on a VCR. There was no escaping Mommy. I heard a lot of guys on Wall Street when they go to their dominatrix, they like to put Gary's show on as a form of torture.
only has 2 tuners.
2 tuners.
Not to be outdone, Dish Network is boasting a box that automatically records all 4 networks.
Automatically records. Accords. Oh, when he reads, he has such difficulty. And how does he think this is interesting? Because
it's really weird. The thing I'm talking about right now is the product you asked me about last week during the commercial. It must be boring as shit.
No, because you talk during the commercial, you don't read.
Said, why would anybody think it's interesting, meaning the specific product?
The way you're reading.
Oh, you didn't say that. Be fair.
Oh, my God. In heaven, can you fucking go away? You motherfucker.
Everybody, when you fuck with everybody, everyone gets a chance.
No, it's just you're sucking the life out of our fun. We love talking about you, not talking to you. We know you're the greatest.
It's just that you can hear us. You shouldn't be able to talk back.
Robin, watch the monitor when we're playing his clips. Gary just gazes off because he loves the sound of his own voice. He thinks he thinks this is a great show.
Fucking monitor, Jesus Christ!
No, you love it. You love hearing your show.
Oh my God, you're becoming a liar now.
No, I see you. You're like,
you see me? You don't
it's
see
really
what I'm
good.
looking at.
I love when I read.
You don't see what I'm looking at.
I see what you're doing.
Don't.
No, I do. I see. I see what you're up to. I watch you. Watch his face when we're playing the clip.
All right.
He loves it.
So prime time in HD and saves them for up to 8.
Oh, now he's aware of it. All right.
Yeah,
anyway, any other news, Robin?
Yes. I don't know why, but maybe Gary can tell us. People are just saying television is horrible for kids.
Well, a lot of people are saying that, and now there's a brand new device created
to keep your children from watching certain shows. It's a jamming device called 𝗦𝗵cie.
𝗦𝗵cie. It's a product put out by the same people who put out Sonos.
It's a remote control device
that is very misunderstood.
That came from humble beginnings.
It's a device that came from humble beginnings that is misunderstood?
That's right.
I wrote that myself. You know what's funny? Gary's bringing John on the show so that, to make the show better. But meanwhile, John's going to be so good on it, they're going to fire Gary and make Gary look bad. Yeah. They'll be like, hey, John, why don't you just take over this show?
They say that even when nobody's watching the TV, you shouldn't have the TV on.
That's right.
Because even the background television can cause your child problems.
When the boys were little, Mary and I would monitor what they watched on TV and on the computer. We used a very, very good device that would help us to monitor the boys' computers so they wouldn't know. Do you know the name of it?
No.
Gary, what is it?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what it's called.
Go fuck yours.
Go fuck. Fuck Onos. Fuckos. It's made by the same people who make Sonos and Bonos.
Bananas and the phonos.
Mary and I were able to monitor the boys of every move with using Fuckos.
And I have to say, it's the single greatest reason why I'm happy to be at Sirius.
Dr. Helen Rome, a pediatrician at the Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital, says kids under the age of 2 should have no screen time and has recommended or recommendations for older kids, 1-8.
That's right, Robin.
This show is not for kids under 2.
Gary.
Yes.
This conversation doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. What's going to be your tactic moving forward?
I was surprised that he was mad that I responded because I thought he likes when I get pissed off. And then he's like, hey man, you're ruining it. I'm like, I thought the whole point was to piss me off.
Right, it's like teasing your sibling or the girl on the bus trying to get a reaction out of it.
And then he just wants to goof on me without me arguing, and I was that's sort of shocking. Because
I'm sorry, how long has this show been going on for before Howard started to play the clips? I mean, how long have you been taping this for?
About 4 weeks.
So did you see this coming down the pike, or you thought he was just going to blow past it?
I thought that he would either be bored by it, because I don't think it's geared to him, or he would goof on it. But I didn't think he would goof on it to this magnitude.
It's sort of a crossover. He's bored by it and goofing on it because he's bored by it.
Well, if we were bored by it, he would not be talking about it. But it's probably better for him to be talking about it than to be ignoring it.
Okay, so now...
And he was right. On some level, he is helping me. I went to look the other day. I'll just give you a perfect example. Come on over here a second.
Okay.
So, when I went to look at it the other day, and I think each of my shows had like 3,000 views.
Uh-huh.
So if I go to it now, I go to video, and I go to like, wait a second.
Hey, Colin.
So now you can see my first show has almost 30,000 views. My second show has 14,000. Third show has 16,000. The current show has over 20,000. So yes, he's helped me. There's no doubt. I thank you for that, Howard.
So that sort of speaks to the fact that any press is good. Bad press is still good press type of thing.
Again,
publicity.
I keep saying people who watch it say, yeah, you need a little work on this, a little work on that, but I like what you're saying.
Will he be in your head going forward with these tapings? Are you going to hear, hear your own words coming out of your mouth?
I have a pretty good idea. My own words are coming out of my mouth no matter what. I'm not, I'm listening to what he said, but it's not like he's putting words in my mouth.
Are you fearful that your good friend John Hein will be brought into the ripping if he isn't strong enough in the tapings? No, the segment John and I are doing is short and easy.
It's so crazy. Yeah. Like the microphones weren't working, and my engineer wouldn't come in and fix it. He was too tired.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It's funny seeing Ronnie outside. He greets you.
Yeah.
Because I've met him a bunch of times. I know he's small. you expect some big dude, right?
No.
Just very trim, normal.
Am I like the complete, like everyone makes fun of me for having, like Ronnie does security, but like it's not like I expect him to beat anybody up.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, he kind of makes sure things run smoothly, and if he sees anything weird going down, I figure he can call one of the big guys in.
Right.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Right. He's very lean.
Ronnie did security for me over the weekend, and he does a really good job. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Fortunately, nothing ever goes down. So,
right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Well, one time on America's Got Talent, I had Ronnie doing security, and Howie threw like a rubber snake, and everybody started running away because they thought it was a real snake.
Right.
And Ronnie ran away, too. Like all my security guys did. Like nobody came to my aid. It was really kind of weird. It was sort of like a fire drill,
Right.
Yeah. How you been?
I'm good.
Dude, how old are you now?
I'm 54.
And you just had a baby.
Yeah, he's 6 months. I'm exhausted.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's great.
How you holding up?
I can't feel old because I got a kid.
Yeah.
So since he's been born, I've lost over 50 pounds just by going, I can't die this year. I'll give you a couple more. But it's great. We're doing sleep training, so mostly Ashley has to do it. But
you wanted a kid for so long. I remember back in the Roseanne days, you wanted a kid.
You were trying, yeah.
But in a way, thank God.
You
didn't have one with Roseanne, because you guys would be locked forever.
It would be horrible.
It would be horrible.
No offense to her, but it would be horrible.
Right, because the two of you disagree on everything.
Well, and especially then, during the divorce, if we'd had a kid, God knows what would have been said about me and the kid, and because everything was said, and so that's all good.
And you had tried everything, and Roseanne had blamed it on you that you couldn't have.
It was my fault. She was right about that.
You had a low sperm count.
Very low. Sperm. And I didn't think it would work with Ashley because I tried it 23 times, the in vitro fertilization thing with the other wives. But I thought, well, we have to go through this for Ashley, even though I know it's not going to work.
Had you resigned yourself in your mind that you were never going to have a kid?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it was total shock when they said to you, hey, guess what?
And it was shock.
Are you sure this child is yours?
I'm pretty sure, because, Dax Shepard offered sincerely.
Dax Shepard, the comedian who's with Kristen Bell.
Came over one night and said, listen, I want to do this for you. Kristen says it's okay. You could have my sperm. And I said, that's, the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. And then I ran that by Ashley, and she's like, let's try one more time. Right. Because that could be weird. And, now when I'm at Dax's house.
Do you ever think in a weird way, like that motivated you to, I know you can't motivate sperm, but sometimes the human body can just sort of rise to the occasion.
That, and we'd met with an adoption lawyer like the week before we found out we were pregnant.
And in a way, maybe that relaxed you. Like you said, well, I'm going to have a kid one way or another, right?
But even when the doctor said, she's pregnant, I didn't believe it. And all the appointments, and you see the heartbeat, I was like, this is going to go sideways, because it did a couple times.
Right.
So I never, until she had the C-section, and I got to watch the baby coming out of her stomach, I didn't believe it.
In a way, though, isn't it kind of annoying when a guy, between you and me, when Dax comes over and goes, I'll give you my sperm. like in a way, isn't it kind of...
Well, if he'd have done it on day one, 10 years ago when I met him, like the first night.
Why don't you just go fuck my wife?
Yeah, exactly. But he's really thoughtful. And, you had to run that by Kristen.
Right.
And now we have children that are 10 days apart.
I didn't know you were close to Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell. Those are like your close friends.
Yeah, very close. Best friend.
And the babies are like just a couple of weeks?
10 days. Lincoln, their baby, adorable, 10 days apart. We went over. Jackson and I had a father-son day last weekend. We went over to visit, which was kind of a mistake because Lincoln is so smart.
Right.
Like I was feeling really good about my son.
Right.
And I sat him down together and we're watching, and Lincoln takes these toys and she's showing him how to play with them. Like she's trying to communicate, and he takes them and stuffs them in his mouth every time. And I was worried.
Well, boys are slower than girls.
Well, believe me, I was worried, and I started going, oh my gosh, did we have him tested? Seriously.
Right.
I had that feeling. I know. I called Ashley. I said, I don't want to talk about this on the phone, but I'm very concerned. I'm looking back at some old pictures of him, and he does look a little odd. And I just feel like, I had a meltdown for a whole day.
Right. You thought maybe he's retarded or something.
I hate to say it, and it would have been fine.
Right.
But I
been great.
honestly felt if you've seen the two of them together, because she is so smart,
Right.
and all he wants to do is eat his bottle.
But Kristen Bell has said that your son is a cuter child than her daughter.
Well, she is so nice. Their daughter is adorable. Looks just like Kristen.
Oh, that can't be bad.
No, that can't be bad.
No, not at all,
it's
yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
But my son is very cute. He's very handsome.
And you named your son Jax after the character on Sons of Anarchy?
Partly,
I remember you were on Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, I was on Sons of Anarchy. And partly that. My dad's name was Jack, and I wanted to honor him, but not too much.
Okay.
You know, so it went to his head.
Why, because you don't like your dad that much?
I love him, but I don't want to be Jack Jr. or Tom Jr. or
it's
whatever.
Annoying, yeah.
It's annoying. And then, you know, that came up because he actually loves that character.
Right.
And she probably loves the actor.
Right.
You know, Charlie.
How'd you end up on Sons of Anarchy? Did you do it because you loved the show so much?
I love the show, but Kurt Sutter, you know, I got to know him a little bit. He's the creator. He's the genius behind it.
Yeah.
And he just had me on for a couple of years.
Yeah, you were a pornographer.
Yes.
Yeah. I watched that show.
And every time I had to get beat up by Jax Teller, who's Charlie Hunnam. And I would be like, Kurt, he can't beat me up in real life. I don't know why this is. And he goes, just do the fucking script. I go, yeah, but in real life, I just want you to know, he couldn't do it. He probably could, but in my mind, I took him very personally on that show.
Right.
And he finally like, yeah, we're killing you next week, Tom. So
you remind me of Eric the actor. He will not play any gay characters because he's afraid everyone will think he's gay.
Yeah.
You're saying in real life you could beat up Charlie Hunnam.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think that he's
you seem
much
like
younger.
A good fighter.
Yeah. But the Eric the actor thing was pretty brilliant because all actors, it was true. Everything about that was true. It was, you know, distorted, but yet I was listening to that and I thought, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been, you know, in the competition and the sadness and the rejection. And
do you get close to the guys on Sons of Anarchy when you're on the show?
I did. I knew some before from movies and stuff.
I feel bad for this Charlie Hunnam guy.
Yes,
the guy who
he's great.
Plays Jax.
Yes.
He was chosen to be in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
And he just backed out.
He did this weekend.
Because I think he felt that so many fans were against him being this lead character in 50 Shades of Grey that he said, what do I need this aggravation for? That he actually kind of got himself forced out of the role.
Right. Yeah.
Did you ever talk to him about that?
No, but I think I was excited he was doing it because then I would actually watch 50 Shades of Grey.
Right.
Because he's such an interesting choice. Yeah. But I think, you know, Sons of Anarchy isn't going to be on forever.
Right.
Maybe another year after this or whatever. And so he's got to do something else.
Right.
But I think it just became so much. And I know he's naked in the movie a lot.
Right.
And maybe that's what would bug me if I had to take my shirt off.
Oh, shirt off.
But
he's in shape, this kid.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, if I had to take my shirt off, it'd be embarrassing.
No, but it's good. But it's good. Yeah, he definitely, I bet he felt pressure. And he had to have bodyguards all of a sudden. And he likes to just live.
Really?
The thing, you and Dak Shepard, because you're becoming fathers at the same time and you're close friends.
Yes.
You both shared the same OBGYN, the same gynecologist.
She's so smoking hot. She's so good, too, I just want to say.
Right.
Very professional.
And you guys would take pictures surreptitiously of your gynecologist?
Well, when we had to go to a lot of appointments and had to go with our wives, so he would send me, this is bad. Okay.
Did she know this was going
No, I hope not. I hope not. You know, like they're taking a video, you're supposed to be of the screen and the wife, and the video would be going down. I know it's very inappropriate and sexist and horrible, but then he would send it to me, and then, you know, and then we found out Jason Dumel, he was going to her, so we were bummed that she would like him more than us because he's super hot. Yeah.
Well, so in other words, it's just so attractive, this gynecologist, that she's so beautiful
and put together and so professional. There's a lot about her that's great, and she's a great gynecologist.
So while she's examining your wife, you could take pictures of her buttocks.
Well, that happened. I don't want Dr. Hakaka. That's her name. It's a great name. But she's like the best in the world. Right. I don't want to seem. My wife was very pissed off. Let's put it that way.
That you and Dax were taking...
very pissed off. Yes.
I imagine so.
That's so.
You guys are there because it's a beautiful time between you and your wife.
Yes.
The baby is coming into the world soon, and you guys are taking pictures of the gynecologist's ass.
Right.
Oh my God.
Whatever. She's just very smartly put together too. We took her whole outfit.
Right.
Like one day she wore these boots that go all the way up to the knee, and I thought, well, that's a great look. That's very,
yeah.
So
you captured it.
Yeah, I captured that.
And I understand you are still seeing the gynecologist even after your wife is not.
I wish.
Yeah.
She's so good. She's so beautiful and whatever. That's
so is she the gynecologist to the stars? I mean,
she does a lot of people. I think she does a lot of people, but she does because she's not like they wanted a mohel to come in to do my son's circumcision. Yeah. Ashley did, and I didn't want anybody else in the hospital that had germs, and the idea of this old mohel that's whatever he's pretty, but I had her do it.
Dr. 𝗦𝗁𝗲𝗿𝗍 did it?
So she's the first person that touched my son's penis, which is all, it's all downhill from here. But I wanted to take a picture of her for his sake later in life when I go, hey, as a matter of fact, look at this.
What did Dr. 𝗦𝗁𝗲 wear during the circumcision?
Everything she has is like fitted.
Right.
So even her hospital stuff is like fitted.
Right.
So it's beautiful. So I go, I'm very attentive when she's around. I went in for the circumcision.
Right.
Normally I would miss that. But she's so loving too, and she's just a wonderful woman.
You have a crush on Dr. 𝗦𝗁𝗲.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And her husband is super smoking hot too. Of course he is.
She's married.
He's hot too.
Well, okay. Well, very good. I mean, it's just incredible. And you say you lost 50 pounds.
I did.
Because you really have to worry about your health now. I mean, God forbid. I mean, you got a young child at home.
Right.
And you are the role model, right?
Right.
You're the male role model,
yes,
I assume.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you want to be around.
That's the whole point. I want to be around. And it's not hard. It's just that I was such a glutton before. I just eat normal-sized meals. We have a lady that brings over some food.
Right.
And it's been easy.
People don't understand that concept. If you cut down your portions.
Right.
I dropped 22 pounds myself.
You look good.
Thank you. As you do, too. And so, like we're blowing smoke up each other.
No, but seriously.
We both look horrible.
Generally, we look horrible.
Now we look a little better. But what I'm saying is, people don't realize, because someone said to me, how'd you do it? How'd you do it?
Right.
I said, listen, I just ate a normal breakfast.
Right.
Sort of like a spa lunch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some vegetables and some fish. And then for dinner, I eat whatever I want.
Right.
But, nothing crazy.
Right.
A portion.
Right, exactly.
Nobody gets that.
Exactly.
Right. And the weight will come off.
One plate. Before I would eat 2 plates.
Right.
Load them all up.
Me too.
Get ready to go through there. But also, I think that bread was my thing. So just eliminating that.
And I know you don't drink, but if you have 2 or 3 glasses of wine,
right,
you're going to pack on the pounds.
It turns to sugar.
That's right. I have one glass. If that.
Right. Exactly.
All right, Mr. Teetotaler. I mean, don't come down to me. I don't need rehab.
Exactly.
Maybe 3 times.
I wish you did. That would be hilarious.
What, if I was in rehab?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
I heard a story about you with rehab.
Yeah.
That you got to confirm or deny. Okay. The story was that you, I guess you were in some sort of chain letter, not chain letter, but an email with a lot of people that signed on to this group email.
Right.
Okay. And I don't know, you got mad in the email.
Yes.
And you lost your cool, and you called somebody a fag.
Right.
And Elton John's husband was in the chain.
And Elton John.
And Elton John as well. And in the email where you called this guy a fag.
Yes.
They saw it, and they got so upset with you, and they were going to kick your ass.
Yes, they were.
They were.
Yeah.
And so in order to...
Do you think you could kick their asses?
No, there's no way they can kick my ass. I mean, here's the whole story.
All right.
Okay, Kevin Zegers, a young actor, very good friend of mine.
Right.
We met making Gardens of the Night. He's a brilliant young actor.
What movie were you making? Gardens of
the Night. Yeah,
okay.
We played pedophiles. He was my younger pedophile.
Right.
We got very close, and we also are in this new movie called The Something of Something. Anyway, it's great.
You don't know the name of
Downers Grove.
Oh.
The Curse of Downers Grove.
Right.
Which comes out this year. It's very, very good.
Okay.
Brent Ellis Easton or Easton Ellis wrote it. And anyway, so
did you read the script?
I did. Well,
okay.
no, not really. But it's great. And Kevin's one of the best young actors are. Anyway, I had been in rehab. I had all these surgeries.
Right.
But because of the surgeries, I was still on medication. This is in January of 2011. So really, I owe Elton John and his husband David, is it David Guest?
David Guest.
David
I don't know.
David Guest. Yeah, that's it.
David 𝗏.
Yeah. David Guest was Liza Minnelli's husband. They're different guys.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that. Anyway, now he's probably super pissed now. Okay.
I don't even know his name. But go ahead.
I've been to rehab, but I still had to take medication because I had this open thing they were going to do surgery on, and I was funky. And I just got back from Hawaii, and I had to take sleeping pills. I had whatever, and I was funky. And so I'm on the internet, and it's Kevin Zegers. Somebody says, we're planning a birthday party for Kevin. Do you want to be involved? I'm like, hell yes. And then we're back and forth on the internet. All of a sudden, Kevin comes on and says, listen, I love you, man. Like, very seriously, sincere. And I just wrote back, fag, in big letters, which I know is inappropriate.
Right.
But I apparently hit send all or reply all. And the next thing I know, Elton John's husband is like, I'm going to kick your fucking ass, you fucking fat, sweaty motherfucker. I'm coming over there. And I'm like, well,
fat, sweaty.
First of all, who the fuck are you?
Right.
And shut the fuck up. Anyway, my wife realizes this is going on. This is the middle of the night, by the way.
Right.
She comes down and she's like, oh my God, that's Elton John's fucking husband, and you're going to fight him? I go, fucking yes, I'm going to fight him. Oh, she goes, you said fag. I said, I didn't say fag to him. I know it's inappropriate. I'll never say fag again. But now, seriously, I have to fight this guy. And she was like, that is it. You're going into detox right now. So literally, I was like, okay, fuck. Okay, I'll go into detox. So I went right. So they saved my life, really.
Right. I heard you checked into rehab, that you didn't really need it that badly, but you figured if you check into rehab.
Right, that's true.
They would get you get off their case, and then you wouldn't get like targeted by
the way, I did the lamest lame addict thing. I wrote a letter and said, reply all to everybody, like, oh man, I don't know what's going on over here, but apparently somebody wrote fag from my account. I mean, it's such a lie. Such a dirty lie. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
They hacked in.
Yeah, they hacked in.
Anthony Weiner said that. That's right.
So I immediately went to UCLA and went to detox.
Good.
Yeah, just to get it. Just because I didn't want it. Because Elton John is super fucking powerful. This guy there, his husband.
Yes. If you get on Elton John's wrong side.
Right, you're out.
And he starts going around. Tom Arnold.
Yes, he said fag. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I did not.
Wait a minute, Tom.
Yeah.
I got to go back for a second. You had the ileostomy.
Yes.
And you got messed up on drugs again?
Well,
while you were recovering?
Yes. After when they went to seal me up, after I'd been on the wound vac, I had this open wound that had to heal. They took down the ileostomy. I got MRSA in the hospital, so they had to open up this big,
what the hell is MRSA?
MRSA is a horrible staph.
Yeah. Infection.
A strep infection.
A staph infection.
Staph.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's come back since. I had it this summer and they had to cut it, but everything's fine.
Oh,
it's fine. A lot of football players are getting it now, so it's very popular.
You're falling apart, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
You really are.
Exactly.
So, did you bring your son, your new son?
Yes.
To Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger is still your best friend, right?
He came to the hospital on day one.
Oh, no kidding.
He is so good with the baby. He's so loving. You can tell he wants one, and he just loves them.
Right.
And then so
didn't he just have one with the maid?
But I think it was
that one he didn't really spend that much time with.
Well, you don't know. You don't know that. I promise you, whatever he's doing is the right thing.
Right.
And so first of all, Ashley would never leave me alone with the baby. She gave me 2 hours one day. I'm with the baby. I'm watching his crib. I'm doing everything right. He's crying, but he's sort of frustrated.
Right.
Like his arms are up, like I'm frustrated with the world. And I just watched. I wanted to take it in. My son is frustrated. I get that. I'm taking it in, and all of a sudden I hear, pick him up. And I'm like, who the fuck is talking to me? She's like, pick him up. I go, where are you? How do you see me? She goes, I'm watching the baby monitor. I'm at Neiman's. I pick him up. I go, why though? So she's watching me in my house all the time.
She's afraid to leave you alone with
She was.
Yeah, because you're not the best with kids.
At first, I got very nervous.
Right.
And I would sweat. I would get nervous at night doing the night stuff, and she'd have to come down and towel me down. Right. But now I'm very calm. So 2 weekends ago, I talked her into leaving the house for a weekend, which is the first time she's been away.
Wow.
She went down to Laguna, to the Montage, and I got the first trip we went over to Arnold's.
Right.
I packed him up. I did all the stuff. I got
Put him in the car seat.
Called Arnold. I'm coming over. He says, come over. It had to be quick. And we pull up, and it's a bunch of bodybuilders are there that day. They're always there. A bunch of bodybuilders
at his house.
Yeah, they hang around. They're in the front yard, which is unusual. With Rolf Mueller, who's about 6'8", 350, one of the biggest men in the world.
Young bodybuilders.
Younger than him.
They all hang out with Arnold.
And they wear Speedo underwear, not even Speedos.
Yeah.
But that's what they do.
So wait, you ring the bell. You're there with your kid.
Gate, yeah.
You ring the gate. And then when you go into the house, like it's just a bunch of almost naked guys.
They're actually outside and they lead me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all pumping iron?
They're pumping iron and they're doing stuff. They're smoking stogies in their underwear. Yeah.
It's so fucking weird. Don't you think that's I mean, you know that's a weird scene.
It's weird.
That's a weird scene.
It's a weird scene, but then I thought, well, maybe it's me that's weird. But, Jax loved it.
Jax loved it. Jax doesn't know what. Hey, it's a bunch of guys in diapers.
Just like me.
Oh, my God. It's the weird. Every time you go to Arnold's, it's so fucking
weird. There was no women, but one guy, Greg Dunn, wears an apron. Yeah. Like he serves Arnold. Like he waits on him, and Arnold says it looks more official if he wears it. Like he's not fucking with him, like he's serious.
What is going on over there?
I think he's just trying to live the life. That's what they do.
The life of what? Of a
bodybuilder? Of a king.
Do you feel like compelled to strip down to your underwear, like in a weird way, like you're the only guy wearing clothes?
No, but he has also.
And Arnold's in his underwear too.
Well, no, he's got short. He doesn't have quite the short shorts.
Right.
And he just had I shouldn't say this, but a little hernia surgery.
Oh,
and so which I had too. The same thing. So we're comparing wounds and. But I didn't know that, and I threw Jax to him, and he's like, it's like, motherfucker. God damn it.
It's like the world's strongest man can't even lift a kid anymore.
Yeah, but he can't. But you could tell he was struggling, but he did it.
Right.
And he's in great shape, and he's filming action movies all over the fucking world. I'm in the fucking Bulgaria with the goddamn wound.
Yeah.
But he's fantastic, and you can see him with the kid, like he just loves it, and he gets his big meaty fingers on him, and he's bouncing him off the couch. I'm like, holy shit.
What's he doing dating wise? Is he like over the whole Maria divorce and all that?
I don't.
You never bring it up?
No, but we had a fundraiser.
Well,
oh my God!
This is a guy who couldn't keep his hands off the maid. He needed it.
Well, I don't know if his hands were on.
So wait, you had a fundraiser? You were saying
very nice for his after-school programs, the After-School All-Stars, and we're doing this thing where we both get up on the mic, and it's people have paid like $30,000 to play poker in his house, like businessmen, rich dudes.
This is for charity.
Yeah, it's for charity. It's all official, and then we start going back and forth in front of people, and he, fucking. This is the man that boned Roseanne, And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Maria's pictures, like there's an Andy Warhol, right? The fucking, she's like staring at us, right? I don't have my goddamn ex-wife's pictures all over my fucking house, weirdo.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, we start this, and it gets really mean between two of us, and the businessmen are stunned.
Right.
Because they were like, what the fuck is going on? And then it's back to normal. But that's sort of what we do. We do our little...
You go at each other.
Yeah, you go at each other.
You're like an old married couple.
Do you joke about the maid with him?
No, that you don't joke about.
No.
Right.
I know, but there's a lot of looks. I have to say that.
Yeah.
I go, you should have...
Hey, you know what? Stranger things can happen. There have been rumors that Arnold and Maria will get back together. I mean, I don't know.
I would love, that's my...
That's your hope.
I want him to be happy. I want her to be happy. I would, if I was her, I'd be dating.
Right.
That's just my opinion, because that would fire things up a little bit.
Right.
And I know Bobby Kennedy said the same thing a couple weeks ago on TV. That, he's trying to find somebody for her. And I know the family is, because she's a beautiful woman.
Right, yeah.
She could date like a younger guy.
Right.
That would fire Arnold up.
Right.
Get that out of her system. Seriously, that's what she should do.
Yeah, because he needs to be jealous a little bit.
Right.
But
then again, he probably like it. He's like, let's get that motherfucker over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's so funny. Like, Arnold is such an interesting guy.
He is.
Like you go over there and like guys are all like shaved down in their underpants, and like that seems like such like it's almost like that's what you'd expect at Elton John's house.
Right, though it's very similar. And even if you read his books, it's all about going in the forest with these guys and getting some meat, and we're naked and we rub each other down. You know, he has a product that I'm involved with called Muscle Farm.
Right,
and it's the first time he's ever put his name on a fitness supplement product.
Right.
And so we're pumping that up.
You guys are working on it together.
Yes, my brother.
Interesting. It's unbelievable. But you talk about your life. Sometimes I think you have the most interesting life out of anyone in Hollywood. I was looking at. You ended up in rehab at one point with Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
And you said something remarkable.
What?
That she has her own tanning bed.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. In rehab, let me just explain it. And Lindsay has been very open about this, so I don't want to.
Right. You're not telling anything.
I'm not telling anything. I wouldn't do that. It's inappropriate. They had the regular rehab, then they had the medical unit at this place we're talking about. And I was in the medical unit because I had this open wound and this wound back. And she moved in next door to me in the medical unit, and I said, well, what's her medical thing? And they go, well, she brought her tanning bed, so she had to be hooked up to the special electricity. Jesus. That's for real.
Oh my
why would they allow that in this is in the rehab?
Yes, it's in a real legitimate rehab.
But I thought like going into rehab, I don't know anything about rehab, but I don't know the process by how someone gets sober.
Yes.
But, like, it would seem to me that you're supposed to be humble in there and not worry about your personal appearance all that much. Like, the best thing for her would be to get out of the fucking tanning bed for a few weeks.
I think it's the idea of sometimes you got to get people in there.
Right.
And I noticed that they were sort of breaking. They're doing that with me, too.
Right.
Getting me out of my room, getting me to go to the meetings. I was very ashamed because at the time I had a colostomy bag.
Right.
And this wound vac machine attached to me.
You don't
but
feel
eventually
like being
I got
around
out.
People.
Yeah, you don't want to be around people, and you don't want to go to the groups and everything. But I saw her start going and participating, and then her fucking dad showed up there out by the gate and was protesting, and she's in the middle of doing great work on herself, trying to get well, and her crazy fucking dad is down by the gate.
Right.
So, it's just so weird.
Yeah. You must have seen it all, man.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
But the tanning bed is...
You've got several books.
She's not
tanning.
Right?
Yeah. You got to write the book.
I got to write another book.
You got to write another book. You got to write another 5 books.
Yes.
But, I mean, it is crazy how everything happens around you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you're there.
Yeah. She didn't really have a tan either.
Right.
She's sort of light-skinned. I know, that's what I thought was weird.
Yeah. Like I've seen her in pictures. She doesn't look all that tan.
No.
What the fuck could that be?
I don't know.
And what does it cost to bring a tanning bed into a hospital?
That's true, but she brought it from home, so it's something that travels with her.
It's her bed.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So you're doing a new movie.
Yes, I did.
That's what you're promoting.
Yes.
You got this movie called 𝗪𝗪𝗄𝗿.
Yes.
Which sounds very anti-Semitic.
That's what the reviewers say.
Yeah. Oh, they do?
The critics. Yeah.
The critics have said it's anti-Semitic.
Yes, but let me just say, they're not Jewish.
Right.
So, no, it's fun. It's about Jewish women, I think, a lot. Yeah. And it was an off-Broadway play.
I like when you review your own movie and you go, I think it's about.
No.
Yeah, don't you
I have my notes here.
Have you seen the movie?
I have seen. I did watch it.
Why do you have to have notes about the movie?
Well, because I want to tell you the history. It's an off-Broadway play, the longest-running one ever.
Okay.
That these guys, Brian Fogel and this other guy named Sam Wolfson, they created it. Brian directs it. It's great. It's got a great cast. I'm in it a little bit.
Yeah.
Cameron Manheim and I are parents to Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Cameron Manheim plays your wife.
Yes.
So do you make love to her?
I mean, I suppose off camera, but not on. I would.
I would pay to see that.
I find her very. There's something about her that's very, not sexual, but she's the kind of gal that you feel like you could wrestle at any moment.
Right.
And that's kind of sexual to me.
Is it?
I know. You got to be there. It's like Rhea Perlman. Many years ago, I did a movie with Rhea Perlman called Carpool. And one day she came up to me and started just tearing me a new asshole because I was late.
Right.
And she was like, and I was the star of the movie. And she was like, God damn it, I got to get on a plane, go see my kids. And she was just tearing me an asshole. And all of a sudden, something struck me like, this woman is fucking sexy, man. There's something about her.
Do you think that was Roseanne's appeal to you? Do you think why, in a way, you were so attracted to her because she's a large woman who was, like, very forceful and would boss the shit out of you?
I don't think it was the size, although a lot of the women I grew up with are big.
Yeah.
Her confidence. The fact that she would boss the shit out of anybody. It's not just me.
Right.
And she had total confidence in her body. Like, she was at the Miss Universe pageant performing, like, in the 80s.
Yeah.
And she came out on stage with a bikini on. Like, holy fuck. I know it looked terrible, but the fact that she had the balls to fucking do that.
That turned you on.
Well, I just was like, this, you know, it does turn you on.
I mean, because your wife now is so demure.
Yes, she is.
You know, I see.
Yeah, but she's tough. She breaks my balls.
When you were trying to get her pregnant, wasn't she going to psychics and all that shit?
Yes.
Lighting candles?
Yes.
Did that drive you crazy? Because you know that's all bullshit.
I know.
Right?
I know
mean,
it is.
So what do you do when she starts doing all of that?
But, you know, at first I fought it. But she was literally going to 9 different people and like this rabbi psychic and this whatever and this, and we had this room full of statues and candles. But then I thought, well, this is what she holds on to. This is like her AA.
Right.
You know, this is what calms her down. And so Mike Myers, I did a movie called Superbench, and Mike directed it. And it's about Chef Gordon. It's a documentary. It's great. And about, you know, last year he called me and said, you know, I'm sending, and I hope this is appropriate. He said, stay on the phone with me for a minute. I'm sending you some green energy, and you're going to have a baby. And I thought, all this shit I've done with Ashley, I'll stay on the phone with Mike.
Right.
And so I sat there and I
should have hung up.
Well, I kept saying, am I still getting it? You know, because it was a long pause.
Right.
He goes, just a second, a little more. And so I got it, and literally a week later, we found out we were pregnant. So Mike Myers, green energy.
You're on the phone with him. He says, I'm going to send you green energy.
And I said, good, great. He goes, no, you have to stay on the phone.
Is everyone in Hollywood crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, because to me, Mike Myers is such a brilliant comic and such an astute observer of humankind. And yet there he is in his personal life talking about green energy.
I know,
was he
but
serious
it makes no
or was
sense.
it a joke?
Oh, my God, was he serious? And you know what? I bought into it because it worked for him.
My God.
He's got, you know, his life is way together now, you know.
Right.
But I thought, well, I'll stay on the phone with him. Like, how long, you know, I didn't know when the green energy was done coming.
And he's quiet when he's giving you green energy?
Yeah, he's quiet, and I tried to get off, and he's like, no, we're not done. I go, okay, let me.
How long were you on the line receiving green energy?
Probably 6 long minutes.
Quiet?
Quiet, I know. And it was weird because I love Mike Myers, so I want to do what he wants me to do.
Right.
But I also want to receive the green energy. And so I was like, okay. And he's totally sincere. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, you know, the fact that he took 6 minutes to send me green energy means a lot to me.
Oh, and did you say to him, listen, Mike, no offense, but I've never heard of green energy. What is it?
Well, I didn't want, I pretended I had because I don't want to seem stupid.
Yeah,
so I was like, yeah, I got the green energy.
But a lot of people in Hollywood think that they're healers. And
right.
you know, like Travolta supposedly now with the Scientology, he thinks he's a healer.
Right, but that's his in. That's like us guys. I'm good at back rubs or head scratches.
Yeah.
But he wants to get laid.
Yeah.
But it's also. But I have had men tell me that he has not had sex with, that he helped heal them.
That really?
Yes.
That John Travolta. You think Travolta is saying he's a healer because he wants to get his hands on?
Well, I think subconsciously we always do that. Right. I love John Travolta.
But
he's one of my heroes.
Right, but maybe it's a messiah complex too. You know?
Right, exactly.
But it seems like everybody wants superpowers. I mean, Mike Myers doesn't have any green energy.
He might,
you know?
he might. I believe, you know.
Have you looked into green energy?
No, I'm not even sure what it is. Yeah. But I tell you,
do you want some green energy? I can give it to you.
Exactly. But it made me feel like with Ashley, I could say, I also did this crazy thing. Mike gave me green energy.
Right. But
so I'm
participating. She went to psychics.
Like she would go.
And that's expensive.
Very expensive. And you got to buy the candles, and there's certain candles for certain things. And then she gets her whole family involved.
By the way, Jax doesn't look like any of these psychics, does he?
No.
You know, just a little bit, like one of them.
I have to say that he does look so much like me, and I wouldn't have cared if he didn't.
Heard that, yeah.
But there would have been a moment where, and we were talking about this last night, I said, even if you had used somebody else's sperm, okay, even if you had, it would be okay, and you could tell me. And then she's like, no, I would never tell you. I go, but you didn't, right? She goes, no, I didn't, but I would never. I go, but I would like to know. I'm just so happy. So she goes, people are probably saying that because he does look a little like, you know, he could. See, all babies look like Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I love that story. how you used to go over to Arnold's house and you'd see the maid there, and sometimes the kid, her kid would be there, and you'd say, and you'd tease Arnold and say, "Hey, Arnold, that kid looks just like you," and then he'd hold you aside and say, "Hey, shut the fuck up." Hey, only you.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I didn't know. And the lesson is, if you got something going, you tell your buddies, so they don't make jokes.
Would you go home and say, even to your wife, like, "Jesus, there's this kid the maid has that looks exactly like Arnold"?
I mean, everybody that's seen pictures on the internet and
it's identical twin.
Yeah. So everybody would say, no, I never thought that really happened, but subconsciously it's something. The funny bone kept getting tickled, so I kept saying stuff. You know how you dig your friends the little things, and it turned out to be more of a big thing. And
are you the kind of guy in your house? Do you have a lot of posters and things of your movie career and different moments in your career?
No.
I picture Arnold does. You know what I mean?
Well, he's got statues of himself, like famous artists sculpted him.
Yeah.
So but there's a lot. There's picture. He's on top of a mountain, and there's a lot. It's like an unusual.
Like Zeus.
Like there's not a room for it. It's the whole house is for it.
Wow.
And they're all fabulous.
Because like the statues are up.
Yes.
Then you see a guy in his underpants walking around, and then one has an apron on.
Oiled down,
oiled down in their underpants, and statues of men. It is kind of weird. Thank God for the pictures of Maria Shriver all over the house.
That is true.
It adds a feminine touch.
But he also feels like, I think that's art.
Yeah.
Andy Warhol did this, whatever. And it is. It's a very macho house now.
Yes.
And it's even hard to get because there's gates and people.
Does he have a firing range there? Any kind of guns?
He has a huge. You could play like polo. He has a polo field.
He does?
Yeah.
Does he play polo on it?
I don't think so. I think he watches people play polo.
Wow.
Like he likes to set up stuff and get the stands. They have bleachers, and then he'll watch people do stuff.
Wow.
And, whether it be boxing, he has his guys fight each other and do stuff. And
It's all the same. Do the guys sleep over? Or do they...
I don't know. I think there's a room. There's a separate house, but there's like a lot of dudes in it.
Yeah.
And they come out. When you pull up, they all kind of scamper out.
I don't think I could handle it.
Right.
I mean, it's too, like, sort of ultra masculine with people boxing. And,
right.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's not me, man.
Yeah, and his gym is like if Johnny Versace had a gym.
Right.
It doesn't look like a gym at a gym place.
It's beautiful.
It's got beautiful art and ornate and big, beautiful paintings of his parents. It's like there's not like muscle stuff. It's like a real personal place for him.
It's like because listen,
Versailles.
That's the thing that made him working out. You know,
the greatest.
Right. Is there a big sign, no girls allowed in the gym?
No. I think he's just. I know there are women that come over,
right,
and they participate in the sunning and the lifting and the stuff. That does happen. He's not lonely.
Right.
I mean, he's got a bunch
of... He has
of
female companionship.
He does.
That's what I was trying to
Absolutely.
Guys, but I don't think...
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He does have a lot of needs. That is true.
Yeah. He has tremendous sex drive.
He does.
I feel it keeps him young.
Yes.
Testosterone and fucking and, and doing outdoors work.
Orgasms.
Yeah, orgasms.
Yes.
And them coming.
And he believes that's all part of the fitness. 5 times a day, as he says, is a good number.
Wow.
For having
really?
lobbying. Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of women won't do that.
No.
5 times a day. So it becomes this quandary.
Is he a good shape? Because sometimes they love getting pictures of him on the beach where he's naked and
and he's flabby.
He's flabby,
but he's flabby for like him, but not for. But no, he's in great shape now. He's filming. He just did The Expendables 3.
Right.
He's got a really great movie called 10 coming out by David Ayers. That did.
Did he ever train you physically?
Yeah. Well, the first time. When I first met him, we were doing True Lies.
Right.
He would have me come over. And then it got because he made so many comments in an appropriate way.
Right.
But him looking over my shoulder is like Ashley looking over my shoulder with the baby.
Right.
You get frustrated.
Is it hard to have sex when you're trying to have a baby that hard? I mean, like it stops becoming sexual.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Well, you have to go to the clinic at 6 or 7 a.m., and jerk off. That's the hardest part.
Right.
There is one thing. After the baby was born, because she had a C-section, we didn't, because she was hurting, we didn't have lovemaking.
Right.
And then her dad had a stroke, and then she had to take care of that. And then I had this wound, and she wanted to make love because I had a staph infection. And so we realized on Friday that I was coming here, and we hadn't made love since before the baby was born.
You're talking 6 months, maybe, right?
Yeah, over 6 months.
Wow.
And there's been a couple times I mentioned it, and it's when I had my wound, and she's like, "Get real, come on."
Right.
And
she doesn't want to go near because she's afraid she can get the infection.
Right, the staph infection, which is like whatever.
Yeah, I don't even want to go near you.
No, I'm fine. It's all cured. But and she had the baby tested immediately, so she found out because she's freaking, but he's fine. So Friday night, I said, we just have to, I'm going to be on Howard, and we have to do, because I don't want to say I didn't make love to my, so we did it. It's like one of those deals, all right, let's do it. Right. She goes, oh, will I hurt you because of your abdomen? No, it's going to be fine. And the thing I realized is my wife is so fucking sexy. I forgot about that.
Right.
Like, usually when you just have to do it to have a baby, you have to think of other women.
You forgot about her as a sexual person.
She is smoking. I mean,
I've seen her. She's hot.
Yeah. And and I've been missing out on that.
Right.
But when you have to do it to make a baby, you have to think of all kinds of. You have to squint and pretend the swan on the wall is a vagina.
Yeah.
And you have to do all these weird things, and
this was just for fucking sake.
Yeah.
This is for romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was probably nice.
It was great. My hips are a little. The outside of my hips are very sore.
You didn't come for 6 months, or did you jerk off?
I did it. I jerked off, but not like I used to.
Right.
I
you're a dad now.
Pace myself. Yeah. But by the way, if you have a small penis, not jerking off makes it a little bit bigger because you're sort of almost ready to be aroused at all times.
Yeah.
So I think about that too.
Right.
Because I want to be. You get that half sort of a boner.
See, I got a small penis, and I always think if I jerk off, it'll start to stretch a little.
That's what I agree with that part too.
Right.
By just yanking on it, literally pulling it like a muscle.
Yeah, constant usage might make it stretch out a little bit.
A guy that Arnold knows put a dumbbell on his penis, and would sit on that chair, and there's a hole in the chair, and then he stretched his penis out with a dumbbell. He thought that worked.
And did it work?
He ended up having a rupture in his penis, and he had to have a surgery.
Yeah, people do crazy things.
Yeah, it was a terrible thing.
Oh my! Did Arnold laugh at that?
Yeah, he thought it was hilarious. He encouraged it.
Oh my God, what a life! Well, the new movie is called
𝗪𝗪𝗪.
𝗪𝗪𝗪.
Yeah, you could see it on demand. It's on iTunes. Courtney Mizell produced it. This great producer, Tucker Tooley. They're wonderful. Jennifer Love Hewitt is in it. Wendy Malick.
She
looked good. She looks great.
She looks. What's that, Robin?
He's got notes. He doesn't remember.
Well, I don't want to let anybody down. Andy Thigpen.
What is this? The Academy Awards? You actually wrote it. No, you can use your notes.
Rita Wilson is in it. She's great.
Tom Hanks' wife.
That's right.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have to work, but she does, and she's funny.
She loves it.
And she's kind of nasty too.
Is she?
I like it. Yeah.
Where she says bad things to you.
Well, there's something
people just nasty
sexy about her.
Do you ever think it's you? Do you ever think it's like?
I always think it's me. I think
you're the nicest guy, but maybe you're annoying or something.
I try not to be.
Right.
And I go to those parties, and I'm like, oh my God.
I always liked you on that sports show.
I love doing that sports show.
Yeah, and then they fired you?
Well, they couldn't afford to do it because nobody was watching.
Oh, it got canceled.
It got canceled. But now they have a new network, Fox Sports 1, and maybe I'll get back on there.
Yeah, I always liked you on that. I think you're terrific.
I loved doing that. Yeah, I loved it.
You were terrific.
It's great.
Tom Arnold, in addition to being a new father, is also in ~𝗪𝗪𝗪, which is in select theaters and video on demand now. And as Tom says, Jennifer Love Hewitt, cameraman, I'm very sexy, very, very powerful.
Very sexy. Peter Stormare or whatever.
I don't even know what he said.
A lot of things were said.
Yeah. Nicolette Sheridan is in it, I think.
Nicolette Sheridan.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I used to.
This movie, just get it.
Really?
It's amazing.
And you say it's anti-Semitic. I like anti-Semitic movies.
Yes. Well, it's not.
It's just Hitler's favorite movie, ~𝗪𝗪𝗪.
But it also makes fun of, like Jewish women when they order food.
Right.
They can never just fucking order food. I know Ashley can't.
Yeah.
They send it back. Go to vaginabeautiful.com, and that's our site that has the trailer.
~��𝗪𝗪 is vaginabeautiful.com.
Because I play a vagina doctor in it.
Oh.
So I do gynecologist. Yeah,
Vagina doctor.
But I specialize in vaginal
You would never know
rejuvenation.
he just had a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, a vagina doctor.
Well, but I specialize in vaginal rejuvenation.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why. So vaginabeautiful.com is a great site.
Right.
And you can see everything about the movie.
How you doing with Roseanne? You guys friends again?
You know what?
I heard you had a Twitter feud.
You know what? We did have a Twitter feud. It was I had tweeted something innocuous, which was, I cleaned out my garage. I hope does Goodwill want 25 remote controls, old phone chargers, and my wedding videos, my old wedding videos.
Right. You meant it as a joke.
A joke. A day later, she writes back, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously?"
On Twitter.
Yes.
Right.
In front of
so
everybody.
the whole world can read.
Yeah. I write back, well, you can still buy it. It's $1 if you want the videos. She goes, then she writes, "My goddamn kids are in those videos," whatever. She didn't realize it was a
joke.
Right.
Yeah.
It went back and forth, back and forth.
And by the way, you've been, how many times you've been married?
4.
Yeah. So you have a lot of old wedding
That's what
videos.
I said.
It's not even
Why do you think
necessarily
it's
her.
you? It's not about you.
It's very narcissistic.
So it went back and forth, and now people are joining on, and it's live, and finally, she finally realized it was a joke.
Right.
And then it was ugly, and then she said, "How's the baby?" And then we had this sort of weird talk about how cute my baby was.
This was all on Twitter.
Yes. But the best thing that happened...
You too.
She wrote me, tweeted me, direct message a week ago, and this meant the world to me, I have to say. She asked me to read her script that, put notes on her script that she's doing for NBC.
Right.
Which is the biggest honor. Yeah. Which is such an honor considering...
Roseanne's coming back to sitcoms?
Yes.
That's big news.
Yes. But the fact that she would ask me to, after all we've been through, it meant so much to me.
Did you make notes?
She hasn't sent it. But the fact that she asked me, I'm sure it's a 3-step process.
Right.
I said to her, this means so much to me. I remember in 1986 when you read my first script and how my spine was tingling.
You worked on Roseanne. It was a big deal.
Yes, it was good. We were good at that.
Right.
We were really good at that stuff.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Maybe you'll go work on her show. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. No, but I want to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's a big compliment.
Well, let's just say Tom Arnold's career is on fire. He's performing stand-up comedy.
I am, and I'll be at Stanford and Sons in Kansas City in November, like the 14th or 17th, but something there.
I saw you on Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, Sons of Anarchy.
You were very good in that.
Did that, a lot of stuff.
You will also be over at Arnold Schwarzenegger's
I'll be at Arnold Schwarzenegger's house.
In underwear.
But
Dax
not
Shepard.
in the Speedos.
Not in Speedos. I will not wear the Speedos.
Tom also now possesses green energy.
From Mike Myers.
From Mike Myers, he received green energy.
Superman's is a great documentary.
Do you think you could have another baby on this green energy?
That's what we're doing. We're working on that now because we feel Ashley's body is right where it needs to be.
And you are right where it needs to be.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Once you have one, sometimes all of a sudden everything just loosens up.
Yeah.
Right.
He's over at Arnold's house.
Yes,
I heard you guys, your favorite thing to do with each other is to tell racist jokes.
No, it's sometimes people are accidentally sort of racist.
Right.
We were doing a thing for Muscle Farm down in Muscle Beach last week. Right. And we're making a speech about this is fantastic. It's the first time that he's president. And I said, tell me what it's like 40 years ago in front of the press. I said, you came here, you and Franco Colombo, this very spot. You started it all right here on this spot. He goes, we came to Muscle Beach. We did like 5 hours at Gould's and then 5 hours at World Gym. But we came here to get some sun for an hour, to get the sun, to get the tan. And, and there's a giant black bodybuilder next to him. And he goes, of course, you people don't have to worry about that. And it was live, but I was like, that is so funny. Just the way he said, you people.
Yeah, right.
And then
he's funny.
It's funny. And then the guy laughed. And then I thought he gave me that look, that twinkle, like we're gonna keep this going,
right?
Like we would in private. And I was like, oh my God, what? This is in public. But he's got that twinkle in his eye because he's so funny,
right?
And just sometimes because even Joe Joe Weider created all these projects. He was Arnold's mentor. He gave Arnold his career. And Arnold's speaking, I never had my own products before Muscle Farm because I promised Joe Weider for his whole life, I will never have my own products. Well, Joe is dead. Yeah.
I remember that. Joe Weider had an empire.
He was, he did amazing things.
He was a big backer. He backed Arnold.
He did back Arnold. He just passed away recently.
Well,
really
I could bullshit with you all day.
Thank
I'll tell you that.
It's great fun.
Tom Arnold, J.utopia. He claims you should see this.
It's so fun, and so many people worked on it, and it's been around for so long. Please check it out. Get on there.
It's in select theaters.
It's in select theaters and
video on demand.
Video, VOD, iTunes, all those different things that they have. Amazon, it's just great.
How many notes do you have?
I have these are all about Utopia, and there's one that says, "Do
you have an assistant?"
Apologize to Elton John's husband.
Right. Do you have an assistant? Because you should type those notes out.
I do. I know. I will next time.
Right, okay.
I left them on the plane. I had them sort of organized.
Right.
And then I was on the plane last night, and I left them. So
do you want to take a look at them? Make sure you got there.
Well, vaginabeautiful.com. I mean, that says it all. You could,
And for more information, go to j-utopiamovie.com. Okay.
Oh, that's true. You could do that also.
All right.
Yes, but it's been great. And then, baby class. I don't need to talk about that. But anyway, I go to the baby classes with him, and that's so fun.
Who?
With Jax.
Oh, you do?
That's why my wife.
Dax?
No, Jax, my boy.
Oh,
just me and him.
Oh, the two of you?
Yeah. When we went Friday, I think that's why my wife and I made love, because I'm sitting there, I'm the only guy, and there's these beautiful wives, and I'm not looking at them.
Right.
But they've all got their babies. I kind of do what they do, and we're all sitting. We're spread eagle on the mat.
Right.
You have to take your shoes off. And I accidentally looked at one of the beautiful wives. Her thing was up, and she saw me looking at gave me that "you're a creep" look.
Yeah.
And she pulled her shirt down over her knees. And so I was telling Ashley about this that night. And I said, they're very attractive, whatever. And I started thinking, wait, my wife's attractive.
Right.
And that started so that's what I got out of that class. But they put the baby.
What?
This class.
You mean you had to leave your baby class because you were looking at the women?
No, I didn't have to, but I accidentally looked at them, and then I went home and was explaining it.
Were people upset with you that you were looking at them? Maybe?
I hope they don't think I'm a creep, because they're so much younger and more beautiful. I hope they don't.
Right.
But,
poor you. You're so tortured.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's also a class. It's called Out of the Box. And you put your baby in spaghetti. Like they have a giant pool of pasta. And I said to my wife, that looks stupid. I'm not doing that. But, man, he gets in there. Right. And he just goes crazy. All these other babies go crazy. And they're having so much fun. And they're throwing stuff at each other. And it's just such a joy.
Too bad you can't stay there because of the MILFs.
Well, no, I can say it, but I just want to make it clear. I'm here as a dad. I'm not here as a Tom Arnold or a weird dude looking at you.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
I try to be appropriate.
Tom, I'm very excited about everything going on.
Everything is great,
really
Howard.
am. J-utopia, I'm very excited about
Oh, my gosh,
that.
of course. You're going to love it.
And please send me those pictures of Dr. 𝗛𝗂𝗏.
Oh, my gosh, she's so beautiful. And she's a great doctor. Number one, she is a wonderful woman and doctor, and Dax has video, too.
I love that you guys are taking pictures of the gynecologist.
It does sound creepy now that we say it.
Yeah, right.
And I hope she's not offended, but she's certainly a great woman.
You love her.
Yes, she's,
right.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, listen, you've said a lot.
Yes.
You've said a lot.
It's been great.
And I thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Eric, the actor, just wants to say a quick hello to you. He's a fan of yours.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, Eric.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was wondering, is the big redneck vacation coming back on CMT?
That's a good question, Eric. I don't know for sure if it's coming back. That's a show we had on CMT, and we had Riley Martin on it.
Right.
Remember that weird show?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know if it is. I hope so, but we'd love to have you on there.
Yeah, as an actor, would you tell Eric that it's okay to play gay characters?
I 100%. I mean, I've played pedophiles. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's taking it one step beyond.
Explain to Eric that we know you're not a pedophile.
Exactly.
If you play one.
Right, absolutely.
And nobody thinks you are.
I feel, Eric, I root for you. I want you to do well in this business. But playing a gay character it doesn't. You got to, you have to do it. I know Chuck Zito came to one of my shows recently and said, I would never play a gay character either.
He won't. Well, he can't. He's got a
That's
whole
true.
image. He's like an action hero.
But it would be great if he did. It would be great if Arnold did.
Right.
You know, it'd be great if Arnold played a Nazi. You know, how great would that be?
It would be fantastic.
Because we know he's not a Nazi.
Right.
But yet people have said that because where he's from.
He's sensitive.
And he could win an Oscar.
Right.
A gay Nazi.
Eric. Do you hear what Tom is saying?
You need to do it. You need to do things that are not you. Do the hard things. You're not gay.
Eric, what do you say to that? Are you inspired?
I will take it into consideration.
Wow.
That's very nice, because I'd love to work with Eric.
I'd love to see him as a gay.
Well, we have a part for Eric if he would play gay.
Yeah,
gay. Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe he'll do it now.
But I thought you made the Jeff the Drunk the gay part. You worked it all out.
Turned out that Jeff doesn't want to switch. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have to say a compliment to you, Paul McCartney. You know, so wonderful, that interview. And you're such a fan, and I love that.
I love
that you could be a fan of somebody.
Yes. Oh, please. I'm a fan of a lot of people.
I know, but yeah, I know that.
Yeah, no.
And we're
how can you not love Paul McCartney, right?
No, I mean, he's unfucking believable. But then after he left, Robin started talking about a guy that put his dick in a toaster.
Yes.
And the way you segued into that and sort of rebooted, you went from, man, I love Paul McCartney and he's so wonderful, he's here, and then
that's the beauty of the show. We can tank at one thing, but then maybe come back on another. You know, it's something for everybody.
Yeah, there really is.
Like for a while, I was sincere, and then all of a sudden it's about a guy and his dick in the toaster. It's pretty weird.
And you were sincere talking about that too. You're wondering why do they do that?
Why can't you be into both things?
Right, exactly.
Right,
exactly.
Equally.
Exactly.
All right, look. You've said a lot.
Yes.
Probably too much.
Probably.
I'm sure you've said something that somebody's upset about.
Yes.
But I love it.
Thank you.
And Tom Arnold, I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. I'm a huge fan.
And I wish you the best.
Thank you.
And you got a lot of good projects coming up.
I do.
And 𝗦𝘁𝗄𝗿𝗱, I think, is going to be a smash.
It's going to be a smash.
Smash. And next time, try and know something about the film that you're in.
Yeah, well, no, it's good. I did watch it. And I love the other people in it.
Right. Oh, I know.
It's hard to watch myself.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back. Thanks, Tom. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll be back right after. And Eric, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay. Have a good day.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Is he okay?
He's okay.
I'm going to work with him. I'll take it. You know what? He needs a 12-step meeting, just for whatever.
Right.
You know, I mean, not
that he has a problem.
No, but he's
just got issues.
He's got issues. Yeah, get him in there with the guys of men's stag.
It's great.
You know, tuck him up.
Still haven't been drinking, huh?
No.
You don't think about it?
No, I mean, I see people, you know, having a margarita once in a while and go, what would that be like?
I cut way down.
Like a normal person.
See, I can drink it's not an issue for me because like now I just drink Perrier while everyone's drinking. Right. And then I go, okay, I'll have a glass of wine.
That's right.
Well,
Plus,
that's
I don't want to.
Not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Right. That's a big difference. Plus, I don't want to drink one. If I do something, I want to get fucked up.
Right.
No matter what it is, whether it be food or drugs or booze. So there's no point in.
David Arquette went back to drinking.
I saw that.
What'd you think of that? Hey, listen.
Whatever he does, I don't judge whatever works for him.
Right.
You know, and sometimes people have a problem with drugs, and then they stop everything.
Right.
And then later on down, they realize, well, I could have had just a beer, but I probably shouldn't do heroin. And I'm not, you know, it's better if you don't do anything. It's easier. Right. But I'm going to have to tell my kid one day, Jax, listen, you're probably... You know, you might be an alcoholic just because your father is.
Right.
Here's what I was going through. I hope you're not. You know, I'm going to tell him about that. I'm going to tell him about the child abuse that I went through. I'm going to say.
Don't you think that might scare him?
Well, I want to talk to him about when people touch him, you know. Like with me, when I went into the
you're
the
probably overly nervous about that.
Yeah, but I also don't go into a dude's house and hang out and play games with a fucking adult.
The guy with all the kids' toys, don't go to his house.
If you want to play games, play with your dad.
And if it hurts, he hurt you.
Right.
You know, because kids are like, well, did he hurt me? Did I whatever? If you let me decide if somebody hurt you.
Well, this is a good discussion.
Yeah, it's a good discussion.
I agree with that.
Not when he's too young, you know, and not the drugs and alcohol when he's too young, but just to say, you know, be careful, keep your eyes open.
Right. Well, I think that's a wise thing.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah, the thing you're supposed to say is when you feel uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable. Come to me.
Right. What if he says,
Before
"Well,
anything
I'm
happens.
uncomfortable with Tom"?
Well, that's the thing. That's my
Go to
biggest,
your mother.
My biggest fear is that he's not going to like me. You know.
Listen, Tom, he probably won't. But so
That's
what?
true.
Who cares?
That's true.
Odds are they don't
That's
like
true.
you.
I had one moment where last week he was on the bed with me, and the dog was on the bed. This little dog, and I saw him slowly reach over to the dog's face, and the dog snapped him.
Right.
And it didn't break his blood or anything, but he looked at me before he started crying, like, "What the fuck? You're supposed to protect me."
Right.
And then he started crying, and that broke my fucking heart because I am supposed to protect him.
Right. Well,
so
like, your father can't protect you from everything.
Right.
That's what also you can't live up to that expectation.
Right.
Are you in therapy so that you'll learn to be a better father?
Oh yeah.
You are, of course.
Yeah, I'm doing all that stuff.
How many times a week are you doing that?
Oh no, just once.
I figure 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah. Well, we've had therapists. We've had people in the house giving us seminars. So, yeah.
Sounds like around-the-clock meetings going on.
Yeah, a lot of
lessons.
A lot of lessons.
The Sleepy Time people have been over, and then the lady from the Spaghetti
What is
Bowl.
Sleepy Time? Is that?
That's I think that's the name of it. They're very famous baby sleeping people, and
they teach you how to put your kid to bed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know how to do it.
It's horrible.
I know.
Letting the kid cry.
That's tough.
It is the worst thing in the world. But you do it. You do it for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes,
and then the kid learns how to go to sleep.
Hopefully,
yeah. A lot of people don't have the inner strength for that.
Right. It's brutal.
It's
all
tough.
right.
You need
Listen.
fortitude.
Constantly learning. Tom Arnold, Jewtopia, select theaters, video on demand now. Go to JewtopiaMovie.com. Thanks.
Thank you
Tom.
very much, you guys.
And we'll be back right after these words.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Tom, I like how you brought notes with you today. Did you hit everything on the? I was going to ask you if you did.
I think I did. The producers and stuff from that movie were like going crazy. Wanted to make sure I hit everything. You could see vaginabeautiful.com. Here's the name of some of the actors, in case I forgot it. Longest running Broadway play. Elton John's husband. I wanted to apologize to him. That's basically all I had. And I'm going to get it typed up next time, like Howard said. Get them organized.
Now, you mentioned before the interview that sometimes you have to do some apologizing and backpedaling.
Yes.
Can you use the flip side of those notes to write down who you need to apologize to?
Well, hopefully the people I need to apologize didn't hear it. Here's the thing. You don't know how you can offend people. Sometimes they're so sensitive that, by not mentioning them, you offend them.
Right.
So I'm sure there's somebody, nobody's going to be satisfied on this list. I'm going to have left somebody out and or said the wrong thing about somebody. I'm sure Arnold will be totally cool. The problem with Arnold is every time you mention him, then you mention the old stuff. Howard mentions the old stuff.
Right.
With the maiden, I'm sure he'd rather I didn't talk about that, but I can't control that.
Right.
Arnold knows that.
What's the key? I mean, you're known as a guy who comes in here and delivers every time for the interview and good give and take. What's the key to navigating a Howard Stern interview?
Well, you need to also listen to Howard. Like a lot of interviews, a good interviewer listens. You need to listen to him because he's going to lead you. And if it gets boring, he's going to take you somewhere good. And just trust that he knows where he's going. And you have to be honest. And even if it makes you look stupid, or you in your mind you look stupid, if you come in here and say, I'm going to look super cool, that's not going to happen. So it's an entertainment show. You're going to be entertaining, which is the best thing.
You have to think of it almost as a dance and let him lead.
Right. But you got to be. He leaves you spaces. He goes, okay, especially when he starts wrapping up. Okay, you've been in here. It's been great. And if you forgot something, boy, say it right there. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Fill in that little space. He's like, I'm going to let you. Here's 3 seconds. You got 3 seconds to think of something, and then otherwise. It's over. Well, so it's like a dance.
Right, and you get that better than most.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck with Jewtopia.
Jewtopia, thank you very much. vaginabeautiful.com.
Hi, guys. Hey, how are you?
Hey, good to see you.
How are you?
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, we're thrilled. It's like fun.
There are things getting set up for.
I gotta get in the band. Sitting here is a drag. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm thrilled to have
nice
you
to
here.
meet you.
So excited to have you guys.
Sam, what do we say?
This is great.
Do you guys want to try this from the top, or do you want to hear your levels? Do you want your ears, Chad?
Yeah, I'll throw these cans on it.
So do we have time to...
You have time to give a few minutes just to make sure you're comfortable. Just do a quick sound check.
Little run through. Check.
Yep.
1, 2, 2. Oh, you guys.
Just loose and relax.
We got some reverb in here.
I like
It sounds
this.
so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we have 2 minutes.
Check
Let's
2,
start.
yep.
Let me go.
Hey now, I like it. Well, I'm excited. Avril, I think I've been trying to get you in here for years, actually. I really have. Avril Lavigne is here. And Chad, you know, your last name is Kruger.
Thank you.
I don't know
I've
if
been
you know
pronouncing
that.
it wrong for the
That's
last-
how you say it.
Okay.
And you got the rest of your band in. I'm very excited about this. You guys were just doing a little rehearsal of your new song. You know, you were just doing a sound check. That's what we call it in the
Our
business.
first official rehearsal.
To me, there is nothing more romantic than like a husband and wife who can perform together, to do, you know, to be musicians together. I think it's exciting, and you know what I mean? Do you think you could be married to like a regular guy who wasn't in the business, or would it just be too dull?
It's nice because it's really inspiring. And we're always singing around the house and all that stuff. And having this song together, like we got to wake up together today and we're going to work together, babe. Like, this is awesome.
So romantic. It's called Let Me Go, right?
It's called Let Me Go.
You wrote that together?
It was the first song that we wrote in the studio together. So when we first met, really. And
Where'd you guys meet?
like, we met like in Canada at the award shows and stuff like that. Like,
That's where it all goes down.
much music, but
Everything
we
happens at
really-
the award show.
Everything happens at award show. Like Russell Brand hooked up with Katy Perry at an award
Oh,
show.
God.
It just works that way, right?
I hope it doesn't turn out
Yeah,
that
you
way.
guys will do better. Don't worry.
We really met though, like in the studio. Like we shook hands. We were like, "Hey, nice to meet you."
Oh, you mean it was sort of arranged that you guys would work together? Like somebody put that together?
Yeah, it was cool. My new manager, Larry Rudolph, we sat down and took a meeting, and he was like, before this record started, and he was like, "Hey, what do you think about working with Chad Kruger?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a really good idea. Like, I like that. That feels cool. Like, he plays guitar. He does what I do. He's, like, you know, he's in a band, and
It's almost inevitable, though, that you'll fall in love. Like writing a song together, you're working together, you're both like writing hit records. I mean, what could be a more romantic situation? When you
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had a feeling.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you probably like, yeah, okay, he's pretty cute.
I won't let her go and do a movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know,
Movies are the biggest aphrodisiac on the planet. When I did my movie, I was in love with everybody, like guys, girls, everyone. I mean, it was just crazy because it's such a. There's nothing like it in the world. Everyone's catering to you. It's a sick environment. It will ruin a marriage, I think.
Unlike this setting for you.
Well, yeah, this isn't that exciting. So you go into the studio to write together, and you kind of thought he was sort of happening. So you kind of say, hey, well, maybe it'll be a romance. You sit down to write this. How long does it take you on your first meeting to write "Let Me Go"? Or was that not the first
We
song?
wrote Let Me Go the very first day, and we weren't together. And then throughout the process, later on down the road, we started dating. And when we came back to this song, it was sort of strange for us because Let Me Go is almost like a departure, a bit of a breakup song. So we put a twist on the end.
Yeah.
And so
And
we're together in the end.
And Chad, you're doing the whole rock star thing. Like, is it hard to settle down with one woman? Seriously, when you got that whole situation going.
The situation.
Well, yeah. I mean, was it a big decision for you to get married, or just a no-brainer?
That just felt like a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
Yeah, I had no intention of ever getting married, and then I met Blondie.
Yeah. And Avril, weren't you burned out on relationships and dudes? I mean, like one.
That's very insightful.
Yeah.
I was.
All right.
I was kind of numb. I was like single for the first time, and I was moving to France, and I was like, woo! And
yeah,
then this guy came along.
I ruined all of that.
Yeah,
what happened to the move? What happened to the plan?
I was actually pissed off when you were dating that Jenner kid, because I was like, that kid gets everything handed to him in life because his father's famous and all that, and then he gets you, and I was like, that just pisses me off. I don't know. I get angry about stuff like that. I literally got angry. Were you angry about that? I hope that was a mistake. I swear to God, he shouldn't have gotten you. That's the way I feel about it. So you go in the studio and you start working together. You start writing this song together. How long does it take to write a song like this?
Well, this song really just happened in one day, and we got together. Our first session was a week long, and we were with 𝗦𝗵cid𝗿𝗍. So the three of us, we were a tripod, and we went in and we were just like, let's just write music. And we sat around with acoustic guitars and the piano, and we just created, and it was amazing. It was like the best week of my life. I just wrapped my world tour.
Right.
And I had also gone through like other stuff in my personal life, and I had sold my house in LA, so I was like free. And just to come back to music, it was really inspiring, and to be working with L.A. Reid again, and then meeting Chad.
L.A. Reid's the guy who first signed you, right?
He discovered me here in New York when I was 15 years old.
15 years old.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable to me.
What were you doing?
How old were you when you started playing music? I mean, when you just first sort of kind of realized this is what you wanted to do.
You could sing and
I started singing on stage when I was 7.
7 years old.
And I was in theater. And although I'm a shy person, I wanted to be up on stage and acting and singing and stuff like that. And then I came out to New York when I was 15. And
but wait a second. When you're 7 years old, you go up on a stage. Mm-hmm. And where do you do that?
At my church. Basically, my mom, when I was 2, she said I came home from church singing like Jesus Loves Me, like the whole song, and she knew that I was going to be a singer. So my mom really pushed to, like my daughter can sing because she sang in the church cantata and this and that. And so I got up on stage at 7 years old in church, and I remember like walking off stage and like everyone in the church, like the older people and everybody coming up to me and being like, you're an old soul. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? What did
they say? You're an old soul. Yeah, as soon as anyone can do anything good, they're an old soul. I've noticed that with kids.
I didn't know what it meant, but I just had this feeling inside of me, like I just really want to sing, and I didn't really know what was possible.
Because it's a weird thing to be that young and to know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, maybe the old soul thing is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where does that come from? Was your mom pushing you into a career?
No.
You never felt that anger or anything like that?
No, Mom was just like going to the people in the church being like, she really wants to sing. Could she have an opportunity this year? And they were always like, no, she's too young. And then finally, when I was 7, I got up on stage, and it was awesome.
You loved it?
And I was nervous for the first time, like being on stage. Oh
what
my God,
did you sing?
I sang a Christmas song, "Near to the Heart of God." I sang.
Are you a religious person as a result of your upbringing?
I'm spiritual. I grew up in a religious Christian home, like not super religious, but a Christian home, and so I think that I learned from that. But
do you think that's why you don't get naked or half naked in your videos and all that kind of stuff? Or is that just kind of a thing that, like, if you're the real deal...
I'm encouraging. I'm pushing her towards...
Are you? Because seriously, I mean, it seems like everyone is putting out a video. If you're not naked, And I'm not just referring to like Miley Cyrus, but it seems like if you're not half naked, it's sort of you can't break through or get attention. And if you're the real deal and you can actually write songs and perform, you kind of don't need that, right?
Well, it's interesting because when I first came out on the scene, I was 17 with Complicated.
Right.
And L.A. Reid looked at me in his office and he's like, okay, you know what? You got your own thing going on, girl. Like, you keep doing you. Like, we're not going to try to, like, make you over. And I would do, like, magazine covers and they'd want to put me in stuff. And I was just like, no, I want to wear my tie and my Dickies and my whole, like, little skate get-up, like my skate shoes and Converse.
You weren't comfortable doing that stuff.
No, I wasn't.
And no one tried to push you in that direction.
Not really, a little bit. And, like, people still today will try to be like, like, why don't you try this? And it's like, you have to be comfortable. You have to know who you are, and I always encourage that.
You were quoted as saying once, you know what, I have a really good body, but I don't need to show it off all the time, right? And I mean, that's kind of how you felt about it.
My husband
Are you still talking to her or to me?
Right, yeah. No. Well, does she have a good body?
She's got a great body.
She's got a great body. But L.A. Reid, so how do you end up in L.A. Reid's office? Because, I mean, I know all of us want to have record contracts, so we want to just do the same thing. You walk into L.A. Reid's office. How did he know to even audition you?
He came to the studio.
How did he hear about it?
It was my first time in New York City, and my parents came with me. And
at 15,
I was 15 years old, and I was about to make a demo.
Right.
And like day one of being in the studio, I started writing, and somebody in the studio like got word to L.A. Reid, there's this little 15-year-old girl, you should come hear her. So the next day, they're like, so L.A. Reid, the president of Arista Records, is coming over to the studio to hear you sing. And I was like, huh? And I was like, what's it? Wow, okay, cool. I didn't know who he was.
Were you nervous or you don't care because you're 15 and you don't even know what that means?
I was always really comfortable. It was literally like, chair. Avril, sit down, now sing for this man.
Wow.
And I sang for him in front of him, and he said, I was just having such a bad day, and like, this is like the sunlight coming in. And I was like...
And he signed you that day, didn't he?
I was signed on the spot. Like, it was crazy.
And it was crazy money. You were 15. Didn't they give you like $1.5 million to sign?
Yeah, I got a pretty big record deal.
Holy mackerel.
And it was really special because then I got in a limousine and the label took us out to dinner.
All of a
sudden.
But
it was cool because...
You're 15.
We went to the top of the Twin Towers and I have photos and it was really memorable, and especially now. And
look, I don't hear shitty stuff about you being like really bitchy, but you would think if that's to happen to me at 15, you might warp your whole view of the world. You might become
blow up your mind.
Yeah, you might blow up your mind and become very spoiled and sort of rotten to the core. But why do you think you didn't go that direction?
I try to keep a good balance, and it's really hard to do in this industry because it's very intense and very full on.
And don't you think you have to be smart in a way and self-aware, like, and say, you know what, I can't get carried away with this. Yes. I can sing. Yes, I can write music.
I know who I am. I'm a singer. I'm a musician. I write songs. I go out on stage. I get in that headset, and I like in that mind frame. I go on. I turn it on. I walk off stage, and I turn it off.
Did you ever act out sexually or drugs or anything like that, or did you kind of keep your head together?
I don't. If I acted out at all, it was just that I grew up in a small town, and like my family, I went to church. My parents were kind of strict, so like the second I left home, I was like, "Woo, party!" Like beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've never done drugs.
So you're 15. You get signed. Do you drop out of school? You dropped out of school, right?
I did. I lied. I said I was going to do homeschooling, and I moved away to New York to make the first record for a little bit, and I just didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
I remember thinking,
you living on your own?
Better work.
Yeah, were you living on your own at that point?
I moved away, and my brother came out here to New York with me.
Yeah.
And
Boy, that's great at 50. If only I could have done that.
Yeah, your brother.
I remember being so scared. Like I walked around.
How old is he? Like 11 or something?
My brother is a year and a half older than me.
All right, so he's in charge and he's 16 and a half. That is crazy to me. I mean, like my parents were up my ass every 2 minutes. It's just like you moved to New York with your brother. Does he drop out of school too?
No, he got what do you call that when they get points? Like,
a GED or something?
Yeah, he had to. I don't know how because Matt was just telling me this story. He talked his school into whatever he was doing for you. They turned that into some sort of credits for him. It's like, go manage your sister.
He got credits for it, yeah.
Yeah.
And, but it was.
Where in New York do they put you up? Like when you're recording?
I got an apartment on James Street, and he took me to the studio every day, and it was scary.
Do you think that's why you got married so young? Because you were on your own in a way, and you were kind of growing up kind of fast, I guess.
I did grow up fast.
Yeah, you really did.
I'm a romantic, and I love love.
Right. Me too. Especially when love looks like you. And you should see what I've been in love with in my life.
Can sing songs and write songs and make money.
Yeah, I'm in love too. But so when L.A. Reid comes to the studio and you're 15 and he signs you, now the pressure is on. You've got to come up with an album. Were you a nervous
Did you
wreck?
study music at all?
I was. I felt really excited. Like, this is it. Okay. When I was 14, I sang on stage with Shania Twain. I won a contest through a local radio station.
Right.
And it was in front of like 20,000 people, and I went up there and
You sent in a tape to a local radio station.
Yeah, like a cassette tape of myself singing.
What a charm. Seriously.
The stars haven't aligned for her whatsoever.
Right. No, not at all. You're 14, you say, hey, I'm going to send in a cassette or something of myself.
Right.
And do you send in a cassette or something? Is that how it works? And it was
and I won.
And you get to go up on stage and sing with Shania Twain.
Yes, and it was really cool. And I walked up on stage, and like it was in front of 20,000 people, and I was like, oh, I have to do this. Like, this feels so right, and it feels so good.
Wow.
And
that's
like,
amazing.
3 years later, I was signed, and I had my own concert there.
Did you take music lessons?
Robin, can you hear Robin talking at all? Oh, you can't hear Robin. That's what I figured. Yeah, it's not coming through, but I'll repeat. Yeah, were you trained at all musically?
No. We had for Christmas one year, my dad got us like a set of drums. We had an acoustic guitar that he had from high school. We got an electric guitar, and I got a microphone.
Right.
So I just learned how to play on my own. Although when I was really young, I took piano lessons for 2 years, and I don't really remember what I learned, but it definitely helped.
So you think you're a prodigy, a child prodigy? I think so, right? I mean, if you can learn all that stuff on your own, it's pretty impressive.
I learned all the instruments. It's fun. I'm not like amazing, but they're my writing tools.
Did
and
you
I play them
originally
live.
want to be a country star? Was that the move, like Shania Twain?
I sang outside of church. Other than church, I was performing at the fairs, and so I was singing like new country, and like the Dixie Chicks and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I enjoyed that. But when I turned 14, so 7 years later, after I really started singing, I got. Like right before grade 9, right before high school, I kind of felt frustrated. Okay, I'm over singing these Christmas songs and singing cover country songs.
It's not you.
I was like, hey, this is weird, and I like was growing into myself, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I want to do, and I was a little frustrated. So I kind of took a little break, and what happened was I took my dad's guitar, and I learned the G chord, and then I just started playing and then figuring out chords on my own, and then I started writing songs. And then my mom would be in the kitchen, and I'd sing them for her, and then I started writing, and then eventually developed my own style.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty amazing, and to do it all at such a young age. So when you go into the studio for the first album, you're 15, L.A. Reid has signed you, he's giving you a big advance. The pressure's on, you got to come up with hit songs. Is that when you come up with Complicated?
So I moved to New York, and I started working out here, and what happened was people were writing songs for me, and I didn't like that.
Right.
And I didn't like the style.
But today, doesn't that almost have to be... It seems to me that the people who consistently keep coming up with big hit songs are working in groups.
Yeah.
Like Katy Perry's almost a machine at this point.
Yeah, the majority of people have, like, other people write for them. For me, I was, like, so young, and I turned to L.A. Reid, and I was like, listen, I really want to write my own music. So they sent me out to L.A. I left New York. I started fresh, and I started, like, really just, like, writing with a bunch of different people. And so I spent a year making the very first record, and the songs that got used on it were the songs that I did in the last 2 months of making that record.
And you probably wrote them really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was Complicated one of the first ones you wrote for that?
Out in LA, yes.
How long did it take you to write Complicated?
Complicated happened, like, immediate, like, in a day. Like, anything that's been successful for me has pretty much been just, like, really quick.
Well, where does a song like Complicated come to you? Are you just, like, in the shower somewhere?
So I got together with a group called 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄. So Lauren Christie and I sat in the backyard around some orange trees. I was like, oh, my God, there's oranges growing off these trees. And we had a blanket. And we just would write lyrics to, like, Skater Boy, and we'd talk about stuff, and, like, we were just two chicks bonding, and so, like, we would go through all the lyrics together for Complicated. And I was like, hey, I really like Skater Boys. I'm, like, so into that.
Yeah.
And we wrote a lot of songs together, and it was a really great team. Her husband at the time played guitar, and so, like, all of us were writing together. And
it was, like, a beautiful, easy experience.
Yeah.
Is life complicated being married when you're both successful, wealthy people? Like literally you get married and the rent has to be paid. Like, I mean, every month, or I don't know, I don't know what the expenses are, but like the groceries. Do you guys have to sit down and, like, have a business meeting about who's going to pay for what? How did you work all that out? Honestly.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, how do you work that out?
No, it's pretty easy. I mean, we split all the stuff around the house. It's fair. It's nice.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, there's just a card that goes to a thing that we both pay out of, and so when we,
It's a 50-50 split.
Sure.
Yeah. I would think that is complicated, actually.
It's really nice, actually.
It is? Is it a peaceful life? What do you guys do all day? Do you write music a lot?
We do. We're constantly, like, coming up with ideas. Chad is such a great lyricist. Like, he's always, like, stopping and, like, oh, what about this? And, he's always, and we're always singing. There's always a guitar. There's a piano at the house.
Sounds like fun. We might have to come hang with you guys.
You should.
It's really
write
inspiring.
a few songs.
I think you'd like it.
That's it.
Oh my! What are you gonna have, Howard? They got guitars. What are you?
I'll probably just write some lyrics and stuff.
I see.
Mostly about masturbation and having a small penis. I think I could write a good song about that. I certainly know enough about it. So that song is released. That was your first big single, right?
Yes.
That song immediately goes to, like, #2 on the Billboard charts, and suddenly you're a huge star.
Was it number one? It was number one.
Was it number one?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's
actually
unbelievable.
When Complicated came out, Nickelback.
That's the only thing that an artist will correct you on, is if you say they sold this many records.
I thought it debuted. Yeah, I thought it debuted as #2 and then went to #1, but I don't know. But
I don't
what's
know
who gives a shit?
I don't know. The funny thing, like, when the year before we had our first hit, it was called How You Remind Me, and that we had broken all these. We had earned all these stats, and we had all these records that we had shattered with this song, right?
Did you write that real quick?
Real quick.
How quick?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Wow.
And that was like a huge hit right away.
But the funny thing was, then this little girl came out of Napanee, And this song called "Complicated" came out and broke every single one of the records that we had got the year before.
Oh, you had to marry her.
I had to.
Just slow her down a little. Yeah, right. Doesn't it freak you out when something comes to you in 15 minutes and then you go, well, do I have to write every song in 15 minutes in order for it to be great?
You start to think like that.
Yeah.
When I spend a long time on one song and we're like really going through the lyrics, and I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea if we spend any more time because
you're superstitious in a way, right?
Yeah.
So how long to write Skater Boy? Quickie again?
Yeah, that was pretty quick. I mean, Lauren and I really spent a lot of time on the lyrics. Like Girlfriend, the chorus was written in 2 minutes.
Right.
The whole chorus, and then Dr. Luke put the track together, and I remember playing it for my friends and feeling like, oh my God, this has to be a single. Like, this feels really strong, and without even having verses or anything.
Was Skater Boy your second big single?
Yes.
Off the same album?
Yes.
So Complicated gets released, that becomes a hit, and then they release Skater Boy.
Yes.
So what happens? The record company now realizes they have a gold mine, right, in you? I mean, because everything you're touching is turning to gold, literally.
They called me before the record came out, and I was like, my mom's like, so the record company's on the phone for you. They called my house, and I was like, hello. They were like, they said to me, they're like, this is going to do really good. This is going to be really big. And I was like, really? Okay, cool. And then,
because you're only 16. They're talking to a kid.
I was at my parents' house where I grew up on the phone with them, and I was like, wow, this is really cool.
What is the reaction to the friends? Did you have a lot of friends growing up? You were sort of trouble in high school, right? Like
I was trouble in high school.
Why?
But good trouble.
You were bad trouble? You were not a good student because what? ADD or something?
No, I went to a Christian school.
Right.
And then when I got to high school, I was like, beer? Anybody? Beer? And like...
You freaked out.
I was like going to the stalls with my girlfriends in grade 9, like chugging Mike's Hard Lemonade and be like, wow.
Did you become an alcoholic?
No.
No. But you partied.
I've never done drugs. It was just one of those things where I was like, whoa, my parents aren't here. Like, I can socialize. We can have fun.
This was an all-girls school?
No, this is like when I got to high school, so grade 9. And then I got into like skateboarding and like wearing the really baggy pants and skate shoes and hanging out with all the guys.
So school wasn't cool for you. You just couldn't fit in.
Like, I excelled in gym and drama.
Right.
Everything else.
Two very important subjects. You can go far with those.
It's really ironic because we had to take music class, and so I was like, okay, I want to learn the guitar, but I kind of already knew it. Classical guitar is what they teach you with like reading music and picking, and I got a 48 in that because
they could probably almost want to beat the musician in you out of you with that kind of formal training. It's not fun.
I don't have the patience for that. Yeah.
All right, tell me about the song "I'm With You." When you do the arrangement and all that stuff, do you know like just how to arrange that thing right away? Or is it like 50 different tries to get that whole chorus and the way you lead into it just right?
During the recording process?
Yeah, during the recording process. How long does that take to get that just right?
I remember actually with this song in the studio when it came time to sing it, like I kind of almost had to like practice it a bunch. Like I went in, I sang it, and I wasn't feeling it. And then I went back in the evening, and then I sang it, and we tried turning the lights down, and like I had to get into that headspace.
Do you get depressed when you sing it?
Depressed?
Yeah.
No. When I sing this song, this is my favorite one to sing on stage. I love it because I really get to use my voice and range with the all that stuff, and that feels so good for me, and the audience is amazing. And so like I play a lot of fast like pop rock songs live, and then when it comes time to sing I'm With You, I love it.
I'm With You is about loneliness and depression though, right? I mean, to me, I don't know. Am I wrong about that?
It's really just trying to find that